Welcome back to the 4-0 Up podcast. Today, though, we haven't got an Iron Brew. We've got a Vimto because the vending machine didn't have any. But we've got a good episode today. We're going to do some football conspiracies. Now, I hope you's at home. I'm sure you've all heard of football conspiracies. I don't know if you know any yourself, but if you do have any that we haven't talked about in today's episode, go leave them down below. Also, give the Spotify a like, give it 5 stars, give the YouTube and all that good stuff, and follow the socials. But anyway, will we just dive into the conspiracy theories?
Go for it. Let's go.
Shall we just talk about the fact that you've all wore PSG tops and not told me to wear one?
Yeah.
Unlucky. We didn't even tell each other.
You want any sort of fashion statement, mate? We sort of just...
We just know each
the
other.
chemist.
Well.
We're on
Have
10.
you lot got a secret group chat without me?
No. We're on 10 chemistry.
Yeah.
You're on 7.
Yeah.
He's got yellow ink.
Also, if we're going to talk about football shirts, can we talk about the Leicester fan wearing a Bournemouth top? Explain
No wrong
yourself.
with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Explain yourself.
Mystery football shirt.
Is it? What?
Oh, is it
Why?
really?
Yeah.
Why'd you ask for?
I don't
English
like
I
sleeves?
forgot to put no English teams
That is
and
poor.
ended up getting
That
a
is
Bournemouth
poor.
top out of everywhere in the world.
That is really bad.
Yeah, I did one and I
Sorry.
got at the Athletic Bilbao
But-
home top, and I got a Bordeaux top, and I got a Croatian top.
Bordeaux are nice.
Yeah, Bordeaux is a nice top. It's got like a lovely and stuff. It's
yeah, that'd
very,
go
very.
Bordeaux.
I'll wear a next episode, fourth episode. I'll watch it. But this is a Wednesday that we're recording on. We usually record on a Tuesday, but that's because we have a couple of people away next week. Myself, Legs, we're away, so this will be going up next Wednesday. So the day you're watching on will be the Wednesday, but we're recording it like a week in advance. So we won't be able to talk about the predictions that we predicted in episode 2, but we will still be predicting like this weekend's game. So when you're watching this, the games that are about to happen on the weekend and the Champions League games, we'll be predicting them too. So like the Tuesday night games that we'll have already missed, we'll be predicting them, don't worry. But anyway, football conspiracies. Who wants to start off?
I can go if you want. Let me just
Yeah.
get
Let's
my
go. Hit me with it. I'm gonna ask you
notes
for
out.
it.
Get the info out.
Get the info. So I've got 3 to choose from, but I think I'm going to start with Conspiracy 58.
Oh, it's got a number.
It's nice.
Subject 58.
It's a nice little name. So Swedish historian Bror Jackers de Bone, not great with pronunciation.
Sorry, Ward.
leave me alone.
Sorry.
Made an
Swedes.
outrageous claim that the 1958 Sweden World Cup didn't happen and was actually filmed in a recording studio.
With the 1958.
The 1958 in Sweden wasn't actually in Sweden.
Who won the 1958 World Cup?
Oh,
I have to find.
I know Sweden got to the final, but I don't think they won it.
Oh,
Okay.
So,
So-
how do you film that in a studio?
Well, I'm going to explain.
Okay, that's fine.
Mason.
Expand.
Continue.
So, this historian believes that the USA wanted to test television's power to influence people as part of the Cold War, which was raging at the time.
Yeah.
The main piece of evidence are the buildings that tower over the Ullevi Stadium in Gothenburg during Sweden's semi-final win against West Germany. He claims that the buildings were never there, but in fact lied in Las Vegas. Further evidence is given by the players' shadows, as they aren't consistent with the angle of the sun in Swedish summertime, and could have only taken place on the west coast of North America. Curry Harmon, who sent Sweden to the final, can't believe the allegations, as he claimed it's the best footballing memory of his life. So what
Is
do
he
we
Swedish?
think? He's Swedish. He
Or
scored
is
the
he-
winning
he-
goal.
in the final or
In the
the
semi-final, he scored the winning goal against West Germany to send them to the final,
So Brazil won it.
where they were beaten by Brazil, obviously, yeah.
So Brazil won it, and I think if you're Swedish, you're always gonna say that it was the best memory of your life.
Because it's an
Ben.
achievement.
Yeah.
So the players would be more inclined to lie.
But also,
Yeah.
is he not always going to say that, even because he's going to know that it was filmed in
That's
Las
what- yeah,
Vegas? So
exactly.
he's obviously going to come out and be like, "Well, no, it wasn't," because then obviously he comes out and says it.
yeah, but
did
surely,
happen.
like, what's Brazil got in it to lie?
Nothing, but
Brazil
maybe it
haven't-
was more
Yeah,
realistic for Brazil to win it. But,
Yeah, yeah.
but as a Swedish fan, it's good enough for them to get beyond sort of like the semis, isn't it? Or even beyond the quarters, because they're not a brilliant
Yeah,
football
but the
team. are they?
That
the
was-
Brazilian players, they're gonna know whether it was in Sweden or.
Yeah, why would they want to
Vegas.
lose?
I think the World Cup medal is the payoff.
Yeah,
for
why would
lying
they?
about
Why would
it.
they? Yeah,
but
sure.
what about a team that got knocked out in the group stage then? Why don't they out it?
It's probably they were
Paid off, I
Probably
don't know.
all paid off. I think as well for Sweden, it's not unusual for a home nation to
They do
get
well.
far in a competition.
It always-
They always seem
usually
to do
happens.
better. don't
Yeah, they always seem to do
Like
better.
Russia at 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's dodgy allegations on them as well.
We'll see how
but, you know.
Qatar do this year.
Well,
But no, but it is weird. I don't know anything about the 1958 Sweden team, but I think
Well, I think any of us.
Me
I
neither,
think
weirdly. Sorry,
tell you
Swedes.
what, Ibra would have been playing. he's that old. Ibra remembered. Ask him. We'll get Ibra on the pod.
Yeah, we will.
No, but I think it's one of them ones where if you are Sweden and FIFA or whoever was in charge, but back then, because I don't fact check me on that one, but I think they would have just gone to Sweden like, you're not going to win anything.
yeah.
Don't host the World Cup. We'll get you to the semis. No one will know. Because obviously there was no. I think there must have been some sort of TV back then.
Yeah, there was.
But-
It's just been a boom in TV. Like my history A-level knowledge coming in here.
Yeah.
It's just been a boom in TV, and most households in America have now had one. So they want
Yeah.
to test like how powerful it actually was, which it does make sense. But I just can't see why Sweden would allow that to happen when it's in their own nation. If you know what I mean? If they
Yeah.
got given the World Cup, I don't see why they would go. Yeah, you can have it.
What? So are we saying that because?
What about fans then?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah,
fans
supporters.
of Sweden would have wanted to watch the game. How would
They've not turned up to the
Exactly.
stadium in Sweden. It's just, oh no, we've moved it to LA.
Have they got pictures of full ground in Sweden? Have they?
Yeah, need to do some research here.
I just saw it on
When was it? 58?
a Facebook video, and I thought this is very interesting because the point he made about the buildings in
Well-
the background not being in Sweden and the sun, like whatever he said.
The sun one is very weird, and I think the sun one.
I think it's a bit far fetched.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. That sort of stuff.
But the
it
buildings
seems
one,
far-fetched.
it makes you believe it. But
Well, there's a couple of photos on Google. You can Google them yourself if you want to, the viewers that you're listening at the minute. But, I mean, they all look like they've got crowds in the background. There's a starting lineup here as well.
But
You've got Pele in there as well, obviously.
if it's a
Yeah.
studio, they can do that though. They can just
Could they back then?
well,
Yeah,
that's a
seven,
conspiracy.
1950
60 years ago. No?
Yeah. I don't know if I believe
I
this
don't.
one.
I don't
Apparently
believe
the
it. No, I don't believe it.
CIA might have been involved.
CIA?
Expand.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Well,
why? Where
Where did you say that from,
Mason?
442's headline is Football's greatest ever hoax was the 1958 World Cup faked by the CIA.
Well, Northern Ireland were in the 1958 World Cup, so it definitely was rigged because obviously if Northern Ireland were there, they would have won. So
Northern Ireland being there as a fluke, to be honest.
Yeah.
we actually had a very good team back then, no joke.
Oh, did you?
Even in the 80s, we had a quality team. And we got to the quarterfinals. What we're saying, Alton. But no, I'm veering away from this. I don't believe it.
No, me neither. Really, I think it's probably like I think we're all going to give a rating out of 10 on believability.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to go with a 4.
I'm gonna go with a 2. I don't know if you could. I think you could pull that off nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't think you could pull it off in the
I
80s.
think it lines up quite well though, like how the Cold War timing was. I wanted to see when people returning, like, well, not returning.
Coincidence, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Like, it's a decent case, but it's just very unlikely.
I also feel as well, like with the supporters, well, obviously I think the TV is an easy thing because obviously you could just, if it's pre-recorded, you could just whack it on the TV at any time.
Yeah.
I just think with the amount of players that were involved, how many teams are in a World Cup? 64 teams in a World Cup? No.
32, isn't it?
32 teams in a World Cup?
We should really know this.
We have to know
Yeah,
this.
it's 8 groups of 4. 8 groups of 4, 32.
32 then.
32.
So-
They want to make it
But it's
64. don't
expanding.
they?
They are,
It's
yeah.
expanding at
That's it,
Qatar,
that's
yeah.
it,
Yeah, maybe that's why it was in my head then. Yeah, so it's 32 teams in a World Cup. Each team is what, like 20 odd players. You've that many people to have to lie and pay off. I don't think in the 60s they would have be even able to afford that.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with 2 for
I
believability.
think I'd go 3 too. 3.
Mason?
I'd go 3 as well, yeah. I just don't see a way it's possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
So no ball.
No ball.
No
58.
ball,
Yeah,
Sweden.
Jamie.
Because 58.
Nice
No
try.
ball.
Nice try, Sweden. No ball.
Who's going?
Don't send any more in.
I'll go if you want. So,
They're all rattled.
the Nottingham Forest and Olympiacos owner, Vangelis Marinakis, I think that's actually right as well, faked having COVID.
I know him well.
So he faked having COVID to avoid going to court over match fixing and drug trafficking.
Yeah, first off, I'd really agree with that. If someone just told me that, I'd probably think that was real.
So he's
Faking
been
COVID.
charged with match fixing and drug trafficking in Greece,
Uh-huh.
and basically they all argue for him to step down as the Olympiacos owner, stuff like that, but he can't.
So he didn't go to court because he faked COVID.
Yeah, he faked COVID, so he didn't have to go to his
believe
court
that.
date.
straight up believe that.
He's
yeah,
a dodgy
well,
bloke as well. Isn't he?
People fake
Yeah.
COVID to miss school, so I guaranteed him fake COVID to miss his court case. But surely that isn't a big deal. Surely they could just reschedule.
You can't have
his-
COVID
yeah.
15 times in
Yeah,
6
exactly,
weeks.
Yeah, so just go
Go
right.
on.
If you're going to self-isolate for what it would have been probably 2 weeks at the time. Just
Yeah.
go,
So I've got self-isolate for 6 months. I've got a special variant. sorry guys.
He's got the Olympiacos variant. The dodgy owner variant. It's a devastating one. You don't want to get that one.
Apparently he
No.
was involved in blowing up a bakery owned by a referee.
What is this guy?
The Football League
What is
did
it?
closely scrutinise the proceedings against him before clearing him to take over Forest from the Kuwait businessman, whoever owned him before.
So when did he take over
Why would he
Forest?
blow a bakery?
Sounds like Bielsa carrying a grenade to someone's house.
because that definitely happened.
That happened, didn't it?
No,
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
Well,
Do you know
true
when
story.
Bielsa got like flooded outside his house? He just walked out with the shock, and I remember hearing that.
Again,
Didn't-
just didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Did it? Just didn't happen.
I think he took over in 2018.
Nah, I think this one's true.
I
could.
I'd fully
yeah.
go 9 out of 10.
Oh, if the whole conspiracy is just about him missing court because he had COVID, yeah.
But I want
How
to
many
know.
people
I
done
want
that
to know
since
more
COVID
about this
started?
story. I want to know. Has he
Yeah, I
gone to
don't know
court
what his
since?
match fixing's for.
I want to know if he's gone to court since because
He
like,
must have, yeah.
like we've just talked about, you can't have COVID.
No,
for-
he had, remember he had the owner COVID, didn't he? So he
Yeah, Olympiacos.
6 months off.
he probably still has it.
He's got long COVID, you say.
He's
So
probably he could
Fuck
be
that,
dead. with
longest
the-
COVID.
probably the 5G towers fell in his house or something. So we can't.
How are we talking about COVID conspiracy theories now?
Did
We're
you know
not
the
getting
moon
into
landing
that.
was fake? No, just okay.
How many people can we rattle in 60 seconds?
Oh, easy.
I'm going for believability. I'm going 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna go 8.
8, yeah.
Yeah, sound by me. 8.
Yeah, right, perfect.
Go on then, Jamie.
I've got one.
Here we go.
Right.
Okay, goal.
This is recent 2014 World Cup. Costa Rica is involved. It was the third time that they ever got to the World Cup, and in their very first game they beat Uruguay. Massive shock for everyone. Then in their next game they played Italy, and before the game FIFA feared that they'd make the World Cup look really bad, obviously because Italy and Uruguay are massive teams. They're also, by the way, they were in a group with England, Italy, Uruguay and Costa Rica. Everyone picked Costa Rica to lose like every game 4-0, the bottom of the group. So beating Uruguay straight up was a massive shock. So FIFA feared that if they beat Italy, it would make the World Cup look really bad. In the game, it was 0-0 for a large period of the time, and then very late on, Joel Campbell was taken down in the box by Chiellini, and it was a clear penalty. If any of you want to go like watch the video, whatever you can, it's on YouTube, but it's a clear as day penalty. Gets none of the ball, nothing. It's a red card as well. The referee said nothing, waved it off, let player go on. Shortly after though, Costa Rica took the lead. Going 1-0 up with a header, really good header as well, really good ball in the box, header off the crossbar and in. And Costa Rica went on to win the game. Afterwards though, 7 Costa Rica players were asked to take doping tests by FIFA. Now, doping tests are extremely normal, especially in tournaments like that. But usually
But it's only normally
one,
about
it's
one
usually
or
only,
two.
it's only
a team.
usually this
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Just
usually
one
only
to play
2 players from the squad
Two
that get
random
asked.
selected, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
7 was
That's a lot.
very unusual. But many people believe that FIFA hated Costa Rica and wanted them out of the World Cup, and wanted an excuse to kind of banish them and get an Italy or Uruguay in instead was because the sponsors wouldn't pay out because the big teams were getting knocked out. For example, if you had a chance to see, because England didn't get through in that group stage.
Nope.
If you had a
Finished
chance,
last.
would you rather see England play Argentina, or would you rather see Costa Rica play Argentina? You're obviously every single day of the week going to say England, and sponsors were a little bit scared that they weren't going to get as much money because none of the big teams are playing and Costa Rica were playing instead, so they were going to pull all their money out from the World Cup. Costa Rica ended up getting to the quarterfinals, but many believe that FIFA tried and failed to get Costa Rica kicked out of the World Cup. What do we think of that one?
Ooh.
Well, I couldn't see it being 100% true.
Yeah, because we all know how corrupt FIFA is as well, and the money talks with FIFA especially. So I think with sponsors going to them, like massive sponsors, I'm pretty sure like probably like Coca-Cola or Lucozade was one of them going, like, if Costa Rica
Yeah.
are getting through,
There
pull
is-
them, or I'm going to pull our sponsorship.
There's also the case though that everyone likes an underdog story, and everyone
Yeah.
likes following Costa Rica. So I don't know if people would want to expel them from the tournament.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, look at Costa Rica go, look how cool they are. Like, it's really nice to see someone else beat these big teams.
Yeah.
But there is also that phase of like the World Cup is supposed to be the best against the best, and Costa Rica against Argentina is not the best.
Yeah,
against the
like
best.
Yeah.
you're not going to get.
Like it's not. No one really cares because everyone knows it's going to happen.
I think as well you'd get more neutrals watching the game if it's two bigger teams rather
Yeah.
than you wouldn't get a neutral tuning in for Costa Rica Argentina.
I also feel as well as if England got to like the quarterfinals to play. By the way, I don't know if they played Argentina. I'm just using that as an example. But if England got to the quarterfinal to play Argentina, the amount of press and media you could do. England players, you get Stephen Gerrard in to
Yeah.
do a BBC interview. You could get all these sponsorship. You get Stephen Gerrard on a TV advert because he got to the quarterfinal. You couldn't get Joel Campbell to go and do an interview. I don't think
No.
anyone want to watch it. To be
No.
honest, I think for the fans, everyone loves an underdog story. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
days, Costa Rica have won. I think even probably England fans, you can speak on behalf of yourselves. You probably, when if you weren't going to go through, you're like, I want Costa Rica to go through.
Oh, yeah,
If we weren't going to go through, and we could either have Italy or, just as an example, Italy or Costa Rica go through, you choose a small two.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Uruguay and
If you're
Costa Rica
out,
that went
Yeah, if
through.
you're out, yeah.
If you're already out, you choose
Yeah.
always use a small two.
Definitely
Yeah.
not because Italy are scum.
But I think with FIFA, it was no. We want the big dogs. We want all the eyeballs. We want all the money, all the sponsorships. I'm pretty sure Costa Rica probably didn't have any sponsorships. Probably had no money put into them whatsoever.
Look, yeah, because they were probably the the lowest ranked
Yeah.
side in the whole
Probably,
tournament.
one of them anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were,
You
no
can
one really cared.
100% see it being true. Well, Leicester had it in tiny forms when we won the league
Yeah.
with the Premier League and FIFA.
What,
It almost looks like they're trying to get us back away from that original top six.
Well,
Yeah,
the Premier League have
yeah,
always
yeah.
been
With
like
the
that. Always been
instruction
like
of 5 subs and trying to keep it on, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And in Champions League next season, we had, I think, 2 or 3 decisions at Atletico Madrid in the quarterfinals where we got
Yeah.
knocked out. The penalty was 2 yards out the box. And not
Yeah.
giving us a penalty and stuff like that. And obviously,
I know.
it can be coincidence, and no one will ever know. But
Yeah, but what do you think about the power of Atletico Madrid to Leicester? I think
Yeah,
FIFA are
exactly.
probably just going to go, we'll take Atletico every day.
Yeah,
of the week.
exactly.
Yeah, so I think I'd agree with that one. Because they failed. Because Costa Rica obviously went in and they lost in the quarterfinals, whatever, but I didn't hear anything about the quarterfinals. There was any dodgy decisions there. But if you've watched the Chiellini one,
Yeah, I think I remember it.
It's an absolute
Stonewall.
joke. Stonewall.
Yeah.
It's worse than the one he does on Saka in the Euros.
don't.
Where he pulled him down.
Flashbacks.
It's literally nowhere near the ball. Joel Campbell's bearing down on goal and he just takes him out. There is an Italy defender beside him, but he's not getting anywhere near him. But no, I'm going to go for believability. Like, we'll go to you first. See, it's my conspiracy here. I'll answer first.
6.
6? Why a 6?
yeah,
I don't know. I gather there's definitely a chance of it happening, but I don't know. I'm just not fully sold on it.
No?
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure.
What doesn't sell you?
I don't know. I just can't remember that much at the time. Given how recent it was, I feel like I'd have heard a lot more about that conspiracy before now.
Yeah, very true, yeah. Very true.
So, yeah, 6.
I mean, I'd have gone 8 again.
Yeah, 8?
I think it's quite believable.
I would have gone 6 or 7 just because there is that case of underdog story. Like, it is nice to see an underdog story, but obviously FIFA do want the best against the best.
Yeah.
So.
It's like Switzerland. They didn't, Switzerland got
Beat
through fair
France.
and square. They
Yeah.
could have had
Yeah.
Switzerland throw the game, and they didn't.
Yeah.
I think Switzerland got a lot bigger than Costa Rica, though.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still an
Yeah, they have a lot
True.
of better
Compare, well,
players.
I think Switzerland compared to France were the favourites and probably
Yeah.
will be the favourites for the next 3 or 4 tournaments because of how good they are.
Well, it's either
It's one of them things. that don't-
Croatia.
Yeah, it's one of them things. So in football, like, there is very little you can do. Like, if it goes to penalties,
Yeah.
there's no way you can rig it.
Well, they could have made it not go to penalties.
True. Yeah.
You know, like that Mbappe penalty, they could have had it retaken or what? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
keeper being off his line or something.
There's always a chance. So
Yeah.
I think 6 is fair. It still shows it's very believable. I'm just not fully sold. on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.5. Right.
Okay.
Legs, do you have a conspiracy theory?
I'm not one I've got massively researched, but it's one we all know about, and it's the Chelsea Barcelona game, widely known as the Drogba. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. You know.
Stamford Bridge.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
Stamford Bridge.
semi-final or quarter-final?
I seem to think it was
I think it was a semi,
I think
yeah.
it was semi.
Again,
yeah.
don't check me on that because this is just pure off the top of my head because I feel like it's quite a good one that you can all get involved in because we all know enough about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not one of these low down ones that's never talked about because of how publicly like that Drogba video made it. You know, denied a few clear pens and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like again, it's just off the top of my head, but I feel like Iniesta had a goal stand that shouldn't have or was against the run of play or whatever. You know, it's not
Was it a
against us,
handball involved in it or
but-
something
yeah,
like that?
something
Yeah.
like that. So I just wanted to know all your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think though, wasn't there like a red card as well in that game? If I remember,
Yeah, I think
if my
so.
memory serves me well, I think that red card was one of them ones where it was.
Yeah, have a look, mate. Have a look.
I'll have a look. You
I
keep
think
talking.
That one's quite believable because everyone loves Barcelona and their team at the time was so good that UEFA
they
couldn't
were destined to win trophies.
they couldn't
weren't
handle them not being in the final. Like that team should be in the final, like with Iniesta, Xavi, Messi, all them elite players that had
Massive
to have them.
team. Yeah,
I think that is quite believable. But Chelsea are also quite a big team, so it's
yeah. Which is one thing that takes away from it for me is that Chelsea were also a
Yeah.
massive
if
team.
it was like Olympiacos against Barcelona, then
yeah,
yes,
which
but
then goes
Chelsea-
into the realms of the one we've just talked about.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's a proper underdog, but
Can
Chelsea
I-
are an underdog.
Can I add to this a little bit? It was in 2009.
Yes.
The 08 Champions League final was Manchester United versus Chelsea. If Chelsea had won, the 09 final would have been Manchester United versus Chelsea again.
Oh,
That's a good point.
Two English teams
That doesn't
back to
happen
back.
as well.
Yeah, that never happens.
That really
So
doesn't
maybe UEFA, who we were kind of pointing the finger at a little bit, we're going, we don't want two English teams because if you want a big Spanish giant in there, you want two teams that never play each other. Manchester United and Chelsea play each other, what,
Three
twice
times a season.
max or twice minimum, 3
Yeah.
times a season,
FA
probably
Cup,
in a cup and
Carabao,
stuff too.
yeah.
So you're talking they play quite often. Well, not quite often, but they play a bit. Barcelona and Manchester United, Barcelona and Chelsea never play. So
Play each
you,
other every probably 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? If
yeah.
even that.
So you want a Barcelona in the final for that Spanish and the European. You want that all eyes on that. Whereas if you see Manchester United versus Chelsea again, you see it a lot of fans going,
Yeah.
like a lot of neutrals
It's got
going.
the eyes of 2 countries. Then,
Yeah,
haven't
you see,
it, rather than just one.
you see a lot of neutral fans going, "Oh, we watched this last year. I'm not watching it again."
Well, recently a lot of the Champions League finals have been all one country. Like
Yeah,
Liverpool,
last
Tottenham,
season. Yeah,
City,
two
Chelsea.
seasons ago. Yeah.
Like,
We had
it's happened a
Dortmund,
lot.
Bayern,
Dortmund,
since
Bayern.
then as well at Wembley.
yeah.
So the ref never refed in the Champions League again.
What was it? Who refereed that game? Who
He's
was it? What's his
a
name?
Norwegian one, I believe.
What's his name?
I was gonna rinse that again.
I've lost it again, but
Yeah.
Norbert. We'll come Norbert.
Pronounce the
tonight.
name.
Norbert.
Tom Henning of Rabo.
Okay.
Oh, no, well.
So he went back to the
yeah,
Norwegian league until 2012, then got injured and stopped refing.
Got injured.
Yeah, got injured and stopped refing.
I bet you Drogba went and took him out.
What's wrong with 2-footed him? Good lad,
So
Drog.
they were controversially denied 4 penalties
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
before Andreas
penalties.
Iniesta struck in the last minute to send them through on away goals.
Limbs, to be fair.
Last minute. Oh, yeah, it was a good finish, wasn't it? Yeah.
Good
I
finish.
remember.
Right, took his top off as well, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Iconic.
He had the yellow vest.
So Gus Hiddink, old
Yeah.
Chelsea manager,
Yeah.
did come out in 2020 and said the referee's performance surprised me because in the past he'd had perfect performances. Is it the worst refereeing I've ever seen? I think so.
Ooh.
As a manager coming out as well, not a player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With players, especially
It's
like with the
emotional,
Drogba thing,
yeah.
you were so.
Invested.
It was as he was coming off the pitch, he was getting dragged away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
The manager said
I
that
think-
years
I
later.
think, I think with managers, like they have that because they're obviously a lot older, they're a lot more mature, they have a lot more responsibility. They have that ability in front of them.
They can emotionally detach
themselves.
and with
He
the
has-
media that they can give a good answer.
He's come
back.
out and said that recently.
Yeah,
So
true.
he so Florent Malouda and Drogba penalty shouts fell somewhere in
Yeah.
the seen them given category. But then there was the 2 handball shouts with
Yeah,
PK and
yeah,
Eto'o.
the handball.
The
the
handball
PK
one,
one, I think,
the
yeah.
PK
Yeah.
one's the one I'm thinking of too. That was like a stonewall.
Well,
I think.
so the
Stone.
referee has spoke out in 2018 saying it was not my best day really.
Oh, do you think?
Well,
which
those-
means
Those mistakes can be committed by a referee and sometimes a player or
Not-
coach.
not
Some
that
days
many,
you're
though.
not at the level you should be.
Because the thing is with referees, if they like miss an obvious penalty and all the players are going ballistic, if there's another one,
They do
similar,
always.
They always give
the
it.
crowd
Yeah.
get on their back as well.
They
it was at
always give
Stamford
it.
Bridge too. It was
Exactly
at
what I mean.
Stamford
They are
Bridge. Yeah.
people
They
say what
always,
they want.
they always give it so the players calm down. Like,
Yeah.
oh, right, okay. But
Yeah,
the
like
fact
you've got this one wrong, I'm going to give you the next one.
even
So
if it isn't Stonewall, he's still going to give it.
Is
but
the
he didn't.
conspiracy theory that the ref was paid off by Barcelona or UEFA, or was the ref just
Someone.
awful?
It'd be unfair to say Barcelona because
I don't think it was Barcelona.
I'd go
It
more
wasn't
UEFA
Barcelona.
than Barcelona.
it's the same
Yeah.
with what we were just saying with the Costa Rica one, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to have. Obviously, they can't predict if the final's going to say
So
next year.
what
but
was the final?
it was that? Was it
It was
not
United
Barcelona.
Barcelona? Was it not the
At
Messi?
Wembley.
Was it not the Messi header?
Yeah, it was 2-0.
Yeah.
Was it Wembley?
No, it was.
No,
No,
that was-
that was 2011 was Wembley,
the
yeah.
full German final, wasn't
It was
Nah,
that Messi
no,
header.
no, it wasn't.
2011 was
As
Barcelona
well?
Man United, and then
Okay.
2013 was Wembley. With
Okay,
Barcelona.
That's
okay,
right.
okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So yeah,
No,
what-
I remember the 2009 final was my first like Champions League final memory because I can't really remember it because I was
how
too
did it
young.
feel?
It was awful. I remember going into school the next day and I had a classroom full of Liverpool fans, and it was absolutely horrific. I was like P4 for any English fans. That's about year 5, I think.
How old was you in P4?
I'm 01, so I would have been 8 or 9. 8, I would have been 8.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you were still in primary school.
I was young. Yeah, I was young.
Yeah, still
Yeah,
primary
I was
school.
young enough to
Yeah,
remember.
4.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4.
I,
Yeah,
I couldn't remember. Yeah, I couldn't remember the 08 final at all, but I can definitely remember that Messi header and like going into school the next day because we wore white in the final as well.
Yes,
and I
you
had
did,
that
yeah.
shirt. Yeah,
Oh,
So
yeah.
the Rooney one.
yeah.
Oh,
And then we
yeah.
wore white in the 11 final where we got battered by Barcelona as well,
Yes.
which was another
Oh.
horrendous day because we made it 1-1 too with Rooney.
Yeah,
so
so
if
if
you
you
goal
look
as well,
at,
don't
Yeah, it was
if
a
you
brilliant
look
goal.
at Barcelona's starting 11 as well. Valdez, Puyol, Torre, PK, Slovenia, Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta, Henry,
Xavi.
Eto'o, Messi.
I mean,
That's
we said it
Yeah,
on the
I mean,
podcast
yeah.
yesterday, which is episode 2, that we
Yeah.
said that 09 to 11 Barcelona team's in my
Immense.
opinion, the
The
best
best,
team
the
I've ever
best.
seen.
They'd have been doing themselves a
Yeah.
disjustice not winning everything.
Yeah.
I've got a thing about them as well.
Oh,
Should we
We'll move on
close
to
this
that
up and then move on to that?
Yeah.
Believability in this one?
believability on what? The ref was
On,
awful.
on the fact that
the
the
ref was
referee purposely got decisions wrong. Let's
Eight.
just say that.
8.
7.
7.
I'm going to go with a 9.
Whoa!
9, bang out.
Right, so on the
Move
topic of Barcelona,
Like yourself, man.
so the Tiki Taka terrorist, probably the most unbelievable story ever. Like, no, it's definitely not true, but I just thought it was really funny when I saw it.
Same.
So in January 2011, an uprising began in Syria, quickly escalating into armed conflict. Here's where Pep Guardiola comes in, because obviously, why wouldn't he? At the Copa del Rey final in 2011, he set up his side to not only unlock the Real defence, but to also play a passing pattern that instructed rebels on how to smuggle weaponry into Syria. Well, that's what the Syrian TV channel Al Dunya said anyway. Xavi kicks off the move with a pass into Messi, which is code for arms being unloaded out of Lebanon.
Is right.
And then Messi goes on a mazy run, signifying how the rebels will face obstacles on their way to Tyre Al Sour. And then finally, the finish by Pedro is decoded as the arms being transported by bus to Al Magadin. Mic drop.
You're gonna see Vladimir Putin pull out a. Vladimir Putin's gonna use Route 1 Stoke City when he invades Ukraine.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, believe it or
I
not.
definitely
I
believe
had
it.
to
10 out of
write
10.
it down.
That
I had
happened.
to. It was too funny. It was way too funny.
Yeah.
So someone at Syrian News has gone AWOL, basically.
Basically, just got, oh, look at that, Tiki Taka. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
That's that reminds me
What?
of when you used to do like GCSE English and it was like you used to do with Mice and Men. Her dress was red. Why is her dress red? She just had a red dress. No, it symbolises the.
She was angry.
It symbolises her anger and her disgust and
it's the
stuff like
messy,
this.
mazy run that gets it for me.
Yeah,
Just,
Signifies obstacles.
literally. Just notice how legs haven't said a word.
You right, Joe?
I don't need to comment on this one, really, do I?
Alright, so rating, I'm gonna go 11.
Yeah, obviously.
Can you go 0?
I'm going 0. I'm
Yeah.
going
Zero.
The fattest
Yeah,
0
0.
ever.
-5.
Alright, Mason, do you have another one?
Yes, I do. Let me find them.
No, someone just mentioned deep.
so,
Didn't do my shoes.
In cup
Hate
competitions,
that.
Millwall get around 90% home draws in the English Cups, and the last 2 draws were in against London teams when away. It's apparently because the police don't like
Yeah, they
Millwall
don't.
Yeah,
fans
no, that's
travelling
true.
in the
That's
cup.
That has to
straight
be
up.
true.
That's
That's
right.
true.
Yeah, 100%
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Bang on, yeah.
Uh,
But-
That's just fact. That's not even
They fight
conspiracy.
anyone now.
Yeah, but obviously they do all the draws on live TV.
Well, you see Man City, they always get Peterborough at home every bloody year, so...
Here we go.
There's obviously
Speaking of Man City getting weaker teams, Sporting Lisbon last night, 5-0 shock. What did we say?
Someone
That's
said,
the only
you
one we
said
can
5,
do
I think.
predictions for.
I
think I said 3
went
or
highest
something.
with 4.
Oh, I said 3-1, I think.
I went highest with 4.
I think I said 2, so I've gone on to 10 minutes.
Footballing conspiracy, Bernardo Silva is
I
the
said
best Portuguese player in
2,
the Premier
Mason said
League.
4,
What
Leg
conspiracy.
said Lisbon would score, and Thomas said 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no,
That
the
was so
Millwall thing I completely agree
Yeah,
with. Yeah, guaranteed.
10 out of 10 for me.
I wouldn't even be surprised if BBC were just like, yeah, Millwall's just always going to get the home run because we don't want them going
Obviously, they
around
have to play.
destroying train stations, stadiums, car parks.
Is it the fact they
Fighting the
get?
police.
Yeah,
assaulting
exactly.
people?
I just,
Like-
Is it the
yeah.
fact they get more fans to go to away cup games? Because obviously they have to play them in the championship.
Yeah, because
but-
but at the same time though, like Millwall only get like round 3 FA Cup and then they lose.
yeah.
So, I'm sorry, like as
I'm
long as
pretty
we
sure
don't
we
disclose
play-
our
we played them
location,
away.
we're not
But
gonna have any
I think
Millwall
part
fans.
of it though is there's also going to be other close rivals playing each other and there's going to be fighting. So if you can get because of police, you've only got so many policemen. to
Well, we
cover
played
Yeah.
Forest
games.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and your fans were
Make it-
questionable.
That one guy.
Once,
Yeah,
debatably.
one guy with the chair outside a restaurant.
One
What is he
guy
doing?
outside. Of
One
a
of the
pub,
guy on the
yes.
pitch as well.
It happens.
Oh,
Right?
the
Oh yeah, that one on the pitch.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
life,
Forgot about
life in prison.
That one, that one guy that was lobbing cheers, not the one that got arrested for assaulting a footballer on the pitch. We'll look past that one.
Skip past him.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, I'm
just
pretty
browse
sure
past
we
that.
played Millwall in the cup.
Yeah, we played
Round
Millwall in a cup a
3.
few years ago.
Oh,
and-
Grimsby or Everton.
No, Everton, and we there was massive fight.
Oh, I remember that, actually.
Huge fight. Yeah, it was massive. Like,
Yeah, we did. So we beat Millwall 2-0 in the Carabao Cup at their place.
did anyone punch any players that day? Or?
I didn't hear of anything, no.
Oh well, it's disappointing.
That's the big strong Leicester boys.
We should have punched Mason for saying that Kasper Schmeichel's
Hamza Shire, they should be England captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, anyway, 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go. Yeah, I go 10.
Yeah, I'll go 10.
9.5.
9, 10, yeah.
10.
Anything around that.
I've got another one, and this is
Here we
going back.
go.
This is going back years. 1975 Champions League final, Bayern Munich versus Leeds United. So I
remember it well. Good game.
Many believe that the referee was paid off. Bayern had a team full of Gerard Müller and Franz Beckenbauer, obviously, as we know, some of the best players they've ever played the game. 4 minutes in, actually, the referee went Leeds' way after Leeds apparently had a really bad challenge that potentially, and most believe, was a red card. But the ref
even back then.
Yeah. If once again, you can get all these on YouTube, and you can get all these on YouTube.
Yeah, worth a look at the video.
Yeah, and for a bit of reference. But no, the referees waved nothing, and after that, everything went against Leeds. Beckenbauer, and this was all in the first half. So Beckenbauer handballed the ball in the box, but the referee didn't see it. That's what he's come out and said. He didn't see it.
Okay, well, it happens.
Which
it happens,
yeah,
but
ball
it's
in the box.
dodgy.
You'd think the ref would be looking at that one, but then shortly after, Beckenbauer was involved again, tripping over a Leeds player. Once again, if you go watch it, it's more Stonewall than the Chiellini one.
Oh my
it's
God.
that bad.
Jesus.
It's awful. So it's like the Leeds player's like, he's just come into the 6-yard box, and Beckenbauer's come at a bit of an angle. So the Leeds player's run in at a right hand angle. Beckenbauer's coming straight on, just takes him out. The ball just goes straight into the keeper's net or his keeper's hands. He is nowhere near the ball at all. So, and the referee once again gave no foul. After half time, both obviously went in 0-0 at half time. After half time, Leeds took the lead, but the goal was overturned for offside.
That's
Was
rare
that
for
by
back then.
VAR or?
Was it one of them where the flag goes up after the ball hits the net?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
Sunday League?
the ball went in and
It's like a
back in
Sunday
the net,
League
and
one, yeah.
But if you watch the clip back, I only watched like the snippet from the highlights, but it doesn't look like it's an offside at all. He looks well onside. I can't tell you because it's like a cross comes into the box, then it's headed again, and it goes in. So I couldn't tell you that it's offside in any way.
It's like when you goal up in Sunday League and you got your
Yeah.
person on the bench running the line, just sticks his flag up when the ball hits the back of the net.
So 1975, you wouldn't be surprised that happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bayern then went on to win 2-0. So they scored 2 in the second half. They went on to win. But the conspiracy theory starts with Beckenbauer coming out after the game and saying that his trip that I was just talking about was definitely a foul.
Well, who said that?
Beckenbauer came out and said that the foul he gave in the penalty box, the trip,
That's
was
rare.
100% a foul.
Players
Said
never
the referee
admit it.
got that wrong.
Players never admit it as well.
Yeah. And also, as at, Bayern players have come out since then and said the offside should have counted as a goal.
Oh my God.
So that's
saying that
2-2.
yeah. No, one. Oh, well, yeah, it's
well,
depending if he scores the
realistically,
penalty.
it's
Yeah.
2-2.
So saying that, well, you know, a goal can change the complexity of the game, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't say that Bayern would have gone on and still scored 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Champions League trophy, but many people believe that if the Bayern players are coming out and saying this, then why would Bayern pay off the ref?
No, it's nothing. It's not a Bayern thing, is it?
Yeah.
No,
Unless
no.
they're saying that to cover their own backs.
But
No,
Bayern
that's what
had
they do.
Gerard Müller, Franz Beckenbauer, many other Bayern legends in that squad.
It still could be a Bayern thing, but a higher up.
Well, I
Bayern
was
thing.
just about to
Where
say,
they've not included the players or coaching staff
They'd
in
have to
it.
tell the players.
well,
though.
I was
Well,
no,
you wouldn't.
Would you not?
No, if you pay a ref off.
Well, unless
the
you
ref just gives
tell
you
that
decision.
3 of the players.
well, I was
You
just,
have 3 players thrown
You
against.
can't have
the
them
thing I'm going to say
clueless.
is the thing that I'm defending Bayern for, or I'm saying Bayern may have paid it off, is because they had an unbelievable squad. Gerard Müller, Franz Beckenbauer, they didn't win a trophy that year. The Champions League was the only trophy they won that year. Maybe Bayern are looking at it and going, we haven't won
need to,
anything this year. We've got to do something. So many believe that Bayern paid off the ref.
All I've learned from this is football is so corrupt.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally all I've learned.
Oh, it's all coming out
And-
now as well.
yeah.
If you looked at the Beckenbauer foul and you looked at the offside, you would go, they have to count. That would be,
Bloody hell.
if that happened in this day and age, that penalty happened in this day and age, it wasn't given, that referee honestly would be sacked straight away.
Yeah, like, obviously, you get referees have bad days, but then you look at these, like the Chelsea one and like
Yeah.
this one, and you
You
think
can't have that many.
there's
no.
got to be something more.
No.
So what is the conspiracy that Bayern or someone?
That Bayern or someone, the ref was
Someone or-
paid off.
yeah.
That the ref was paid off. That's what they're saying.
It probably is Bayern then.
It'd be the refereeing team if there's offsides involved.
Yeah.
But maybe
Yeah,
it's
you
again
could- yeah.
higher
The
ups.
officials, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's higher ups of the Champions League, UEFA or whatever it is. If it was UEFA back then.
But
Just
no,
saying,
to be fair, the ref can say no to an offside if the linesman puts
Yeah,
it
he
back.
can.
So
but
it's
the
rare,
ref
though.
could just
in
go,
what
nah, it wasn't
context was
offside.
it?
You
But
can, but you don't often.
the linesman
Yeah.
the linesman would have
But
had
the
to
ref
put his
being
flag
paid
up,
off,
so-
then he may well have.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah. So, but I just think if you've seen the foul and the offside, they're no way. But
Yeah,
then,
obviously, it's something I need to see as
But
well.
then, would you believe it? Because the ref didn't give a red card to Leeds. He was being paid off 4 minutes in. He sees a really bad challenge, and it was a bad challenge. It's debatable for a red, especially back then. I think nowadays it probably a red, maybe back then, maybe not. But you're thinking if the ref was paid off fully, he definitely would have given that as a red card.
But then he might have done it as a cover up.
Maybe, yeah, he could have done to defend his case a little bit, going, well, I didn't give you a red card 5 minutes in when I should have. So I don't know.
Well, It's not the only. Well, those two aren't the only thing. You got Maradona's hand of God. how is that missed by a referee and a linesman?
I can see it being missed by a referee.
A referee, yeah, the
I can see it
linesman.
The
definitely
linesman,
because the referee's behind him.
Yeah,
and he's
there's
here.
an angle, but
Yeah, it depends who the linesman is. I can't really remember who the
obviously
linesman
there
was.
could be that coincidence where they do both miss it. And
Yeah.
you think, all right, fair enough, but obviously there's many conspiracy theories out there about that.
Yeah, for this one, I'm gonna go a 6 for believability because I could see Bayern paying off the ref because they wanted to win something, but I could also see, just the
Who was
ref
their manager?
The ref, yeah.
We're not going to know, are we? But
No, it doesn't really matter.
if their manager was under scrutiny for
Yeah.
not winning a trophy that year,
Well, then if the manager was under scrutiny, why would Bayern pay him off? Would it have to be the manager paying him off?
yeah, could the manager have done it?
Could the manager afford to pay him off? If you're paying off a ref in a Champions League final for something like
Big
this,
fee.
you've got to be
Yeah.
talking
Ridiculous
big
fee.
money that
Even
not
back then.
one person could afford.
Yeah.
So that's I think with Bayern, we're having like
sucks.
Jared Muller and Beckenbauer in the
Yeah.
squad, they would have needed to win something, and that sort of day anyway. So I'm gonna
What
go,
year was it?
1975, I think it should be.
Yeah, I don't really believe. It's very similar to the Chelsea one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But with it being back in the day, it's kind of, you don't really know. I think I'm probably going to go about a 6.
I was
believability.
going to say
I'm gonna say 6 as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
it's hard to comment on.
We haven't
was so long
seen the
ago.
issues as well. Like, obviously, you're saying that they're very obvious, but we haven't seen them ourselves.
Yeah.
I need to get my own interpretation. From what you said, I'll say a 6.
I think any person with eyes would see both the Chiellini one that was talking about earlier and the Beckenbauer one and go, they're stonewall penalties.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the ball.
I think it's the fact that the players have just come out and said, yeah, it should have been a penalty, it shouldn't have been offside. It's a bit like, I don't really know. Maybe the ref just had an absolute stinker. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyway, have we got any more?
So
Or-
I believe they did sack their manager that season anyway.
What, even
Before
won
the final
Champions
afterwards.
League?
What
I'm
did
not
they-
sure because for
Well, if they've sacked their manager before, remember they're just going, we have to win something because we've had such a bad season.
oh
haven't
no
won
they
anything,
didn't.
we've
They
sacked
didn't.
him.
He was there for the season after. They finished 10th in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, so maybe they did,
They got knocked out third round in their FA Cup. But then won the European
FA
Cup.
Cup. That's it,
Won the
it's
European
FA
Cup.
and
Did we get
And
knocked out by
then-
Millwall by any chance?
But then they withdrew.
Millwall away.
Then they withdrew from the Super
knocked
Cup.
out literally, not,
And they
not in cup terms.
and they withdrew from the Super Cup after they won the Champions League.
The ref was a Bayern player, just got hit so hard in the head. He didn't know what he was doing. That's what happened.
So anyway, they did withdraw from the Super Cup after winning the Champions League, which is quite odd.
Oh, yeah, so
Why would you
They
withdraw?
withdrew.
that's bumping.
Yeah.
I'm bumping my believability up to a 7.
Seven.
No,
I'm
I'm staying
bumping
at 6.
I'm bumping mine up to a 7.
Staying at 6.
Yeah, after
Yes.
hearing that, after they finished 10th and they did withdrew from the Super Cup, I'm going for a 7, yeah.
But then now it's saying it's been played, so
Right, have they played or not? Come on.
well over two
Well,
legs
it's up to
against
me.
Dynamo Kiev, and they lost 3-0 on aggregate.
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 With an attendance in Kiev of 1,000.
I love chicken Kiev.
Unbelievable.
Audi chicken Kiev.
110,000 attendance
What's
to watch.
What's got to do with anything?
I don't know.
Did the
So,
ref?
I don't think it was withdrew if there was 110,000 people there.
You're right. I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah, let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7.
I'm gonna go 6.
Yeah.
Seven.
6.
Right.
Tom Hittles, you've got one.
I've got one
You
more.
got one, I got one more.
I've got.
And then, yeah.
I've got none. And legs.
Yeah, I'm here for the ride, so let's just go Tom. Yeah.
He's here for the
Legs
spot
has been
fight.
in
too.
bed.
So, my final one is Real Madrid sold Angel Di Maria because he was too ugly.
Believable, Tom.
Right, let's move on. That's a 10.
He is
Um,
clapped.
So,
He was terrible yesterday as well.
in 2015,
He
they
was
sold
awful yesterday, Mr. Sitter.
Angel Di Maria, and Barcelona's assistant director of football, Carlos Rexach, claimed this. It has some weight because Perez would want to have the Galacticos as these attractable footballers, like
More brandable.
yeah, and they did have like David Beckham in their team.
Yeah.
Not at that time, though.
Not that time, but they did
Yeah.
like
They went on
Ronaldo.
that sort of line. didn't
yeah,
they?
Ronaldo. And
Yeah.
but the only thing I don't really believe with it is surely if he was getting rid of ugly players, Pepe would have gone a long time ago.
I'll take no Pepe slander.
Maybe we shouldn't sit here and just slander footballers, but
I think Pepe is a beautiful man.
I don't believe that whatsoever. That might be the worst.
yeah,
thing.
I'd think that's.
What,
See,
worse
wait,
than-
so who's
Are you sure it's worse than the
who's come
Syri-
up, who's
Syrian
come out
TikToker?
with?
Sorry,
Okay,
yeah,
maybe not.
We don't talk about
Second
that one.
one. Who came up with that?
The
Tom,
Barcelona
on the spot.
assistant director of football.
The Barcelona. Am I?
It's like when you're in school, isn't it? He started it. Look at him, he's picking on me because of my trousers. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with him?
They did also sell Mesut Ozil in that period, though. So
Because his eyes were offside.
His eyes are offside.
Leeds.
I don't believe that.
two.
Angel Di Maria got in the team of the year that year.
and they still sold him.
2.
0.5.
All man are so believable.
3.
Cristiano Ronaldo has come out and said that Di Maria was at the key why
Yeah.
he was so good was due to Angel. No, I can understand it in a certain way, but Angel Di Maria plays attractive football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's an attractive footballer. I can understand if it was like Charlie Adam.
Charlie Adam, Galactico.
No, you can't say that because they signed Thomas Gravison. And he was a psycho when he was...
I don't think football
No,
clubs.
you got Jonathan Woodgate in the Real Madrid team.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Angel
Yeah,
Di Maria
bad.
being-
I don't
I didn't
think
come up with this.
no football club's going to be bothered about what the player looks like. are they?
Yeah,
really.
It's also,
No.
looks is completely opinionated
No,
as well.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a wife. Oh, so
I bet Pepe's doing well for himself.
we're not talking about Pepe.
I think it's
About
quite.
Gravison or what?
The Barcelona assistant director's just been mean, isn't he? He's like, yeah,
That's-
Di Maria, mate, you are.
He's just looked for
crap.
something. As
No,
well.
honestly, I
child,
tell you what,
isn't
he's
definitely
nibbled on something.
He definitely had to give some sort of interview and had to think of something for like a news report. And he just
So, so random, though, isn't it?
Right,
Like,
no, because Di Maria plays extremely attractive football as well.
Yeah, he's a
I
good
don't really
player.
think anyone. He's skinny and he's not the greatest looking, but it has nothing to do with it.
no.
You know.
Yeah, too. No. But
I
funny.
think I've saved the best till last year. It's a
Like the
very
worst?
interesting one.
Oh, okay.
So, Nani
better not be the Liverpool director of
hadn't
football.
Nani hadn't cleansed some performance-enhancing drugs from his system while on Portugal duty. So Mendes leaked that they were going to be an upcoming drug test. So the Portuguese manager allowed him to withdraw from the squad. So he obviously was not caught from the training camp, and he let him withdraw with an unspecified injury. There was never a reason given why he was allowed to leave the squad.
Why would they choose injury and not like family issues or something? Because then you can't ask about them.
Well, injury easy.
So, which meant that he didn't have to get
Very good
tested that
shout,
week
exactly.
because it was
Yeah.
unspecified injury. I think he didn't have to get tested because it was an injury.
You wouldn't have to get tested if he was at a funeral.
Well,
Even
yeah,
if
that's
he
also a
wasn't
good
that one.
point. So, but as payback to Mendes, United bought Bebe for an inflated price, with most of the fee going to Mendes.
Oh, as in Jorge Mendes as in the agent?
Yeah. So he was the one that
Oh, so
released.
Tory.
He was the one that
Okay,
released
sure,
that there was
sure.
going to be a drug test coming up.
Why did
So-
he know that?
Agent, he probably knows.
Agents
He's-
will know.
Agents
know
I
everything.
wouldn't say
paid-
owns the footballer, but he's
So-
highly linked with the
Like,
footballer.
pretty much
Somehow
does.
it's came back to Man United buying Bebe for an inflated price to pay him back for saving Nani's career, basically.
Bebe's class.
How much did you buy him for?
I don't know.
How many appearances did Bebe make for United?
Not more than 20. Number 33.
Yeah, because they could have even put a clause in that was like, if he plays so many games, the fees go up or something.
Yeah.
I can find out.
7 So they bought him for 7 million.
Which is back in those days, is quite expensive.
Yeah, expensive for Bebe as well.
Well, he was signed by Vitoria de Guimarães, but transferred almost immediately to Man United for a fee of 7 mil.
He didn't play a single game for Victoria Guimarães.
Yeah, it was
He
almost
played
instant.
He played 2 games for United in 4 years. Two
Two?
games.
So
Two
he
games
joined a
for
side
United.
before then.
There's
this
no way
happening.
I wouldn't know who Bebe was if he
Exactly.
played 2 games.
And if you're Guimarães, whoever they are, you're not going to let him go after signing him straight away.
Oh no, I'd
Oh, if someone
anything
if someone comes
other
in with a massive fee,
Victoria
you know.
Guimarães.
7 million
Guimarães.
for someone from that club back then as well.
they're a
of course,
Portuguese
why
side.
not?
They would have seen 7 million come in for Bebe and go,
Exactly.
yeah, have him, have him.
And you'd
yes.
think they'd get a good fee for letting him go straight away, and a good fee's gone to that agent for
2
saving Nani.
games, United. He won a lot for 2 games.
I don't
But
know.
it's-
I don't know.
It's weird because it's gone quiet.
I'm not sold.
Yeah,
I don't like.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I get what you're saying. I just don't feel it. I'm not getting a feeling that that's true.
So in 2012,
If it was Mini Raiola, I'd expected a little bit more, because he's
Well, it's not even that. I just don't feel.
well, apparently Portuguese police were going to question him in 2012.
What came about?
Well,
then? What came out of that interview then, Mason?
Ooh.
Well,
Right. So he was bought for 7.92 million from Manchester United. He was loaned the next year. And then he came back to
Yeah.
United for a year, was loaned again, came back to United,
Oh,
loaned
I
again,
see.
came back to United, and then sold to Benfica.
How old was he when United bought him?
Benfica's not a bad
He's
move, is
30.
it?
He was 31. He's 31 at the minute, so 12 years ago he was 19.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Well, being
So-
younger makes it a bit more believable. 'cause
7
sometimes
million for a 19-year-old.
It was a lot back then.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but you
back
acted
then.
as if that's like 60 million now. It wasn't. Those players were still getting bought for that. That's not an unrealistic transfer
No,
fee.
I don't think a teenager.
What
should be
year
bought
was
for that
this?
amount of money.
How much
No,
did you
it
sell him to
wasn't
Benfica?
2010.
How
Not-
much was he sold to
not
Benfica for?
2010.
Oh, I think you're being a bit.
Nah, I don't think a teenager would have been bought for 7
How
million
much was he sold to
2010.
Benfica for?
7 million for a guy who hasn't
He was,
made
he
a
was sold to
professional
Benfica for 2.7
start.
million in 2015, sorry.
So they've lost 5.3 million on him.
And he only played 2 games. You're obviously going to lose money if he doesn't. If he only plays
Yeah.
2 games, but
But
nah, I don't know.
it's definitely a plausible
I
theory.
I don't actually disagree.
I don't think it's something
It's
you-
not daft. I'm just not.
Like
Yeah.
a 5, it's just like down the middle.
Yeah, 5. I was
Like,
usually say 5.
I'm not like on one
And
side.
especially
it's
if there was things where police are going to ask questions over Man United, then
What I'm interested to see is, when he signed, did United massively what's publicised for signing? Would they massively announcing it?
I
so
think
apparently
with 2 games, I don't
of
think he
the
would have,
7
no.
million fee, 2.89 million went to Mendes.
That's usual for agents' fees though. With super
agents
agents,
get a lot, yeah.
That's like when James Rodriguez went to Everton. I know that I can't remember who his agent was at the time. Probably Ray
You
Oliver.
know this.
But they get the whole thing. No, you do, because it comes out. You get the whole. We've paid nothing for him, but because it's the same with free players, you pay it all in
So
contract and agents fees.
Sir Alex Ferguson said at the time Bebe was the only player he had signed in his managerial career without watching a video of him at all.
What? So,
So-
he had
so
no
Alex
idea who he
Ferguson
was.
never
But why
really-
would he come out and say that if they weren't trying to cover up the transfer? Why would someone?
It's so weird. I don't know.
Sorry,
Still
but there's too many things that makes it not. I'm not
sold.
sold on it. I don't think it's daft, but I could never give it anything higher than a 6.
Yeah, 5. It's just not.
Bebe, right, this is a quote. Bebe is the only player I signed without seeing him in action,
Yeah.
like you said. This boy has been playing homeless football and became a trialist for a second division team. Then Real Madrid were on his trial. I know that's because Jose Mourinho told me Real were ready to sign him and that United jumped in front of them. We took a bit of a gamble. That sounds
That's
like
believable.
That sounds like Sir Alex Ferguson had no idea what was going on. And it was just it was the board.
It happens
it
a
was
lot,
the
though.
Glazers that were making the decision. We're going
It
to
happens a lot. You get wind of a player, like a big team trying to sign a player. You're like, right, we have to get him before them, just in case.
City with Ronaldo.
Yeah, United
Ronaldo
had signed
was about to
Ronaldo.
sign-
'cause-
Ronaldo's about to sign for City, and United went, nope.
Hmm.
You're not having
Not
him.
a joke.
Just use
he
not having
also
Wigan,
said
have you?
he came
So
with
what year did he
limitations,
sign
but
for
there was
Man U?
talent there. He was not complete. He was not the complete player, but we were coaching him to get better. He had fantastic feet. With the feet like that, he was capable of scoring 20 goals a season.
Who said that's for Alex?
Yeah,
Not in
But
2
then
games.
he
not
only he only played
Yeah.
in the Carling Cup and FA Cup. One appearance.
but what
in
he's
each.
saying about he was not the complete player and he needs coaching means they bought
Yeah.
him. He wasn't.
He was crap.
Yeah, because he just said he played homeless.
So what
football,
year
so
did he-
He
what-
needs years and years of coaching. That's probably why we sent out on loan so many times.
So what year did this happen?
It's
2010.
2010.
Yes, that was right in the middle of Nani's spell at Man U as well. But then
So what basically?
5.
Yeah.
I don't know. So basically,
But then the Premier
Man
League
United
don't really
have
go
spent
contests.
loads on Bebe, so Jorge Mendes gets loads of money because Jorge Mendes covered up Nani
Nani's,
testing
yeah.
positive for
any
How-
PEDs.
How does an agent have access to know when
And
tests are
how
going to
can
get
an
done?
agent cover up Nani get testing positive for PEDs?
How did he know they were going to test Nani specifically?
is-
that's a bit, I just
was
don't
he
get it.
Nani's
Maybe because
agent?
he's winning international duty.
It don't matter if he's the agent. You don't get told what it's random testing. They don't get told
Yeah,
when
no,
they
no,
test
no,
it.
It
that's
is
fast because
now.
Ben Foster has said that they randomly pick
Yeah,
out
they
of the whole
do.
squad. They
Yeah,
randomly
that's
pull 2
now.
players.
Out of podcast.
No,
Was
it's
it?
always
Yeah,
been
big
about. I
podcast.
think it's always. They're not going to tell you you're being tested. Why would they
Exactly.
do that? Why would they tell you you're going to
That
test
is,
you?
yeah.
Stupid. Why would they tell anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they tell you to get tested, then you can try. You go to because you're a multi-millionaire footballer. You can go to any doctor in the world. And I need this out of my system.
The things you
today.
can do, that's
Yeah,
what- why would you
drain
tell
me,
them?
do something. I'll take ill. They'll do anything.
They don't. They stop you in a tunnel and go testing. They don't let you come back
Yes,
into the
yeah,
dressing
that's
room.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
When you
what-
come back to the tunnel, they go you testing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
exactly what happens. And
Yeah.
in the dressing room, yeah.
It's all based on how
Why
they
would they
play as
tell you
well.
in
They don't
advance
even.
that
They
they're
don't
going to
even.
test a player?
None of the club, none of the doctors coming in as well.
No, that's
It's not based off how they play.
Now I've thought about it more. It's
Yeah.
it's a free.
That's yeah. I'm gonna go 3 as well. I don't,
Four?
I don't believe that at all.
4, yeah.
3. I think 3.
I'm gonna go 3. Right, to be
Oh,
all out of
yeah. That's
not
not
done.
any others?
Not off the top of my head now.
Obviously, comment your thoughts on any theories and
And if you've got
what
any,
you think,
Your
or any,
believability.
tell us.
any you want us to discuss in a later episode.
Your
we'll do
believability
another episode
ratings on
together.
each of them as
Seamus
well.
Coleman got a double leg break because he was too good.
Yes, 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Who's too
Right.
good.
Because he was too good.
He's just
It had to be
too good.
stopped.
I love that man. I do. I love him.
Was it Waddy Conn Roberts that did it, wasn't it? Wales versus Republic of Ireland.
No, it was Neil Taylor.
Was
Yeah,
Neil Taylor?
it was.
I thought it was Waddy Conn Roberts.
Neil
Tyler
Taylor,
Roberts.
bad.
Yeah,
Why
don't
don't we
watch
get
this
barred?
podcast.
Right.
Don't like him.
Ball or no ball?
Yes.
Ball or no ball?
Welcome back to Ball or No Ball.
It gets better every
Always the
time.
best part.
Right, Ball or No Ball. Legs, you've got one, haven't you?
Yes.
Go on then.
Oh,
I've
hello.
got a few from my good friends back home. Aren't we just?
The Grimsby boys.
Are we
Grimsby
outing them?
boys making all of a noise.
If it's not good, are we outing them?
Oh, yes.
You've outed everyone else's friends, so you've got to also do it for your friends.
Yeah, he's a massive Chelsea fan, so I will just press.
Is this Weedy?
Yeah, Weedy. Yeah, we love you.
He also, by the
He
way,
did feature last episode.
he commented on the Twitter saying he's really looking forward to episode 2, so big up, Weedy.
my boy.
Yeah.
Basically, it's sort of Bono boy. He just wanted us to discuss how close Prime Hazard is to
Salah, yeah, I think I saw that one.
And one thing I'll start with is that if you look beyond how prolific a player is, then it's a lot easier to compare how good they are.
If you do a simple thing called the eye test and you look at who is a better footballer, it's Eden Hazard by 100 million
Same. I
miles.
completely agree with that.
But
Numbers, no.
That's what I mean when I say being prolific.
Consistency.
Salah definitely scored
I love
scores,
Hazard. Oh
more
my
goals, but I loved watching Hazard. But again, I don't think he's a better footballer.
Do you remember that goal against Arsenal where he had like Francis Coquelin on his back?
Yes.
And he just
But he had
ran.
my favourite one was that one against Liverpool where he cuts inside him and hits it across for goal.
Yes,
I've got a
in the Carabao
favourite
Cup,
one.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Is one?
I've got a favourite goal.
I know that's what you
Go
were
on,
going to say. I was
tell
going to say
us.
it as well.
The one
That
against
one against
Tottenham.
Tottenham, yeah.
That was
Gotta
such a
be.
good finish. He had such a bad
Can I,
season.
can I,
and
tell,
just
can I
did
tell you
that.
something funny about that one? He hadn't scored all year.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it was that bad season,
he
wasn't it?
hadn't scored all year. And
He
I made a
played
YouTube video.
so well in that
I made a
game.
YouTube video being like Eden Hazard Premier League goals 2014 15-16. And it was a picture of Eden Hazard and it was thanks for watching because he hadn't scored.
Oh, the classic.
And it got about 9k views. And then next week, about 4 days later, he scored that goal against Tottenham.
He played that.
It was hilarious.
So good as well.
He just his low centre of gravity was just so nice to watch. He just wouldn't lose the ball. He just got glue with the ball on his foot. It's just
Yeah.
amazing to watch.
He was on.
So-
But numbers
yeah.
wise, Salah is obviously
yeah. So
better.
that's what we can say. We can say it's really hard to ignore goals because obviously Salah scored so many goals, and you got to think the Liverpool team now is probably better than most of the Chelsea teams that Hazard played in. Maybe
Most of them, yeah.
They've, you know, they've won a
that
bit
Conte
more.
one was very good.
That Conte one was very they've had some good teams, but I just think it's really hard to look past goals. But definitely, technically, I think Hazard's probably better.
As a footballer, like technical ability footballer, like you're gonna watch Eden Hazard all day. Who do I want in my team? Mohamed Salah.
Yes,
I'm having Mohamed Salah in my team
yeah.
every single day of the week, twice.
Just
on a
because
Sunday.
there was
love
that
them both.
season where
Yeah,
there was
Salah
that
on the right,
season where
Hazard on the
Hazard didn't score as many, but I can't imagine Salah ever going more than
8 games with a goal.
yeah. What we need, I'd need to know what Hazard went without a goal,
a long
Oh,
time.
that,
Well,
oh,
that
you're talking
whole
20
season.
games.
It was like half a season,
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
it?
talking. Yeah,
which is tough
Yeah.
because I think at the time Chelsea was still playing well, weren't they? Which was
Yeah,
weird,
And I think
strange.
Absolutely.
Hazard did play more out wide, whereas Liverpool do have
They're different
inverted
positions.
forwards.
I don't
Yeah,
think Chelsea. No, I think that was the season Chelsea were like finished 10th.
yeah. When we
Maybe
won the
it
league,
was.
when we
So
won the
it
league,
was,
yeah.
when we won the league, they finished
That was
like 10th.
yeah. So it was when Chelsea were performing really.
So he brought the
badly.
whole team down, which I think shows how good of a not brilliant,
Yeah,
I mean,
but I think
Of an influence he had on that side.
as the eye test footballer, I'm having Hazard. If you're going, who do I want my team? Like,
Salah.
you can pick the two teams. I'm taking Salah.
it's the same with the
Yeah.
same with a Neymar Salah. Neymar obviously is technically
I
the
love
best
it.
footballer in the world for me. Technically,
I love Neymar.
over Messi.
oh well, yeah, other than
Well,
Messi, but
come on,
I mean beyond Messi.
Oh,
and Ronaldo.
okay. Yeah,
You know, outside the top two debate because they're just untouchable.
Swag on the back of my shirt. Love you, Neymar.
Yeah, honestly, I said it when he came on yesterday. He changed the game. Neymar is absolutely.
his assist for that goal. Like,
He's
I love it.
gold. He's. I don't care what he's like as a footballer. I literally don't care.
And I hate the fans
neither.
that get annoyed at him showboating this and the other.
Have you-
He's
Oh,
let him
when he
enjoy-
got booked for
Yeah, he's
doing
like-
a
he's
rainbow
enjoying
flick.
himself.
I mean,
Have
Also-
you watched the documentary on Neymar?
no, but
No, I
need
haven't,
to.
but I want to, yeah.
It's good, but it is very like Neymar. Just like I want to show what I want to say. You know what I mean? Like it isn't really Netflix's documentary. It's more Neymar.
Well, I
Just
quite
trying-
like that.
Like, it's good.
It's
I
about
like it.
him. It's
I like
let him
it.
say what he wants.
But it is like a very one-sided thing.
Anyway, so let's
But it is very good.
ball or no
Definitely watch
ball.
it.
Can I just
Wait,
say
what-
one,
what's
can
the-
I
go on,
just
no,
say
go on,
one
go
thing
on.
in the
Yeah, go
Neymar thing? Maybe in my lifetime one of the most disrespected players. Of
Yes,
all time.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
100%.
100%.
Ridiculously disrespected.
People
That
don't
one
appreciate how
crazy.
close he was to the top two.
It's that goal where for Barcelona where he's flicked it over the defender's head, turned and volleyed it bottom
What?
corner.
His
a
technique
goal.
is crazy, man.
I just think it's like,
And
I
in
had a
that
Barcelona
comeback one as well. He was so influential that game.
Man
Yeah.
was
And
30.
we even say now though, during lockdown they played Bayern, and he
the Champions League final.
no, it wasn't even the Champions League final. I don't think it was. I can't remember when it was. It
Was that Mbappe scored 2 in the white PSG kit?
Yeah, and there was that one where Neymar Megs
yeah.
like Kimmich in at the posters when I can't remember. But there's a big video of that of just a compilation. I think he only played like 40 minutes, and he took on like 7 players, put Muller on his backside and stuff.
It's a shame he gets injured.
Yeah, he's
But
very
he's
injured.
going to with his style
Yeah,
of
and he
play.
sort of plays when he wants to a
Yeah.
little bit, but you can do when you're that good, can't you? So
Yeah.
let's close that one up, shall we?
So Hazard, Salah, ball or no ball?
Wait, what's the?
let's
what's
just
the
say
saying?
let's just say.
It's not. You can't say no ball.
But what's this? What
No,
was
no,
it?
that's
I
what I
can't say
mean.
ball
Yeah.
either. Though.
No.
It's
What Thomas
Yeah.
is saying is what is the bit we're commenting on. I'll say that people don't appreciate how close Hazard is,
yeah.
or is better than Salah. So,
I don't agree that he's better, so I would say no ball for that. But I
but
think
he's in the
people-
conversation, so it's ball.
Yeah,
I'd say it's
so
ball.
I think
Okay, yeah.
like people like nowadays that never really like 14, 15-year-olds that never really watched Hazard will go. He won the Player of the Year with like 14 goals, 9 assists. Oh, he's awful because he didn't get like Salah's numbers.
Yeah, because he doesn't score as many as Salah, he
yeah,
can't
but
be better.
you look at like
Yeah.
chances created and probably assist XG and stuff like that. And yeah,
I always liked Hazard.
Ma-
It's a shame how
yeah.
his career's gone, but I'd
Yeah.
say ball personally. So.
Ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Right, anyone else got another one?
I've got one. I don't know if it's like. I don't know if he meant it, but we'll go with it. Heath in my flat. He said Raheem Sterling could be England's best player.
What? Nah, in a minute.
Like he could become England's best ever player.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Raheem Sterling could be England's like best ever. Like
I'm not entirely sure if he meant this.
So, like,
but he,
better
like,
than-
he could be. Like he's not saying he will be. He said he could be.
No, I
Which-
still say no.
you could say that about anyone.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I think the argument I was posing was Kane is going to be better than because this time next year he'll be the top goal scorer. I know Rooney was very good,
I
but
still don't think Kane will be better than Rooney.
no. But I'm just saying
Rooney
Kane's
didn't
got a
know
better
it.
chance of it than Sterling.
I know, but I agree, and goals don't mean everything. And Rooney didn't play striker for every single game he played, like Kane will. Kane will never not.
Yeah.
Kane will never play in midfield.
no.
Rooney, when he comes to the end of his career, because he still loved England, wanted to play for England, he played anywhere.
Yeah.
And like when he came back to Everton, he wasn't playing up front; he was playing in midfield.
Defensive midfield.
Yeah.
I do think Wayne Rooney would be
Depends
pretty
on
much
what
not impossible to beat, but it'd be
Yeah.
a long time before you can really put anyone above him for good reason.
I think there's a few players coming through now. I feel like Bellingham's going
Phil
to be
Foden.
unbelievable. Oh, Foden, yeah, of course. Foden's.
I
I think Foden is probably the
Oh,
biggest
Foden-
chance.
oh,
Foden's better than Sterling already. Like
Huh?
Foden's better than Sterling already.
It's hard because it's the different positions, so it's hard.
Yeah.
But I think technically Foden probably will be one of England's best ever players.
He is right now. He's just so good.
I
on the
just
ball.
think he's absolutely unbelievable. I
Yeah.
could wax lyrical about Phil Foden for ages, and
Can I say something?
I'm going to shut up now.
In the Euros, I don't know if Sterling was that good, but he kept scoring. So
That's what I was saying. Like,
I don't think
yeah,
he's
he
that
was
good.
very important, but against Croatia in particular, in that first game, he was terrible, and then
He
just
scored.
scored. And we're like, well, you can't really complain at his performance
even
anymore.
against Czech Republic.
No, I can
remember
agree with
watching
that,
it?
yeah.
Awful. Scotland. The game was his worst.
He was
game.
terrible, but he scored.
The whole team was, though,
because people
so-
wanted Grealish in to start. Which
Yeah,
is,
people wanted Foden on the right,
Grealish
Grealish
off
on
the
the
bench
left.
is good, though, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially-
no, I agree with that. But it was the point I'm making is you couldn't drop Stoke because you knew he'd score every game, but for the rest of the 90 minutes, he wasn't scoring. He wasn't brilliant.
It's
Yeah.
also a very if one. This like because Sterling could go in the World Cup and score 20 goals out of nowhere. I think it's not going to happen. But if he does it, then
I think if he scored 20 goals in the World Cup, he wouldn't be England's best ever player.
do you not think?
Nope.
No, I don't think so either. I think he's. I still think he's underrated. He's undercredited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
For what he is.
He's a very good
Especially-
footballer. We're not saying he's not. He's
But
just
he's not even a scratch on Rooney for me. I don't think he's even.
He's not even top 10 England players ever.
No.
I think that's a discussion for another day. 'Cause I don't really.
That's a discussion for another day. Yeah, but
I could think of 10. I probably think of 10 better players than Sterling in starting England career. Definitely.
what right now?
Yeah.
Go on
Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard, Paul Gascoigne, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes for England.
He was crap for England.
Okay.
It was talking for England.
You could even get
Harry
Gerrard
Kane.
and Lampard for England because
Harry Kane. Well, if we're talking for England, if we're talking for
you go England's best because England.
for England, for England then, yeah. Well, Harry Kane's definitely going to be
Well,
in there
without
for
Sterling,
England.
we wouldn't have got as far as we did in the Euros.
How far are you going to go back? Because you have like Jimmy Greaves, who has like the best goals to game ratio for England ever. Paul Lambert is a 1-to-1.
It's hard.
David
isn't it?
Nugent as well.
Yeah, one
It's hard because of positions. And you
Yeah,
can't compare
I
people.
think if you give me the time, you're going to go through it. I could probably think of 10. But Raheem Sterling, I'm not disrespecting him at all. I think we
do
talking
love
about,
him.
we were talking about this in
Oh, I
episode
love
2 of the
Sterling,
podcast.
yeah.
We
had this
think
conversation, didn't we?
Sterling is brilliant, but
But it's a no ball.
he did-
no, I'm going to go
No
no ball.
ball.
Yeah.
No ball.
No
So,
ball. Sorry, Heath.
I've
Mate.
just found one on Twitter. I've literally just found it.
Piker. Yeah.
Football may be more exciting to watch once the two legends have retired. So Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, well, it's hard. 'cause
You
I think
something to talk about.
another two are going to come through anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mbappe,
yeah, which is the
Haaland, and
issue.
Foden. and
Maybe not up to the
Bellingham.
same
It-
level, but you still have that argument, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It'll make the argument a little bit more open because you can talk about he's the best player in the world, and you wouldn't have to think in the back of your head, go, "Oh, Messi and Ronaldo."
But why does it make football more exciting?
It
every
would-
time?
Yeah, it would make it more exciting.
And I wouldn't say it'd make football no more exciting.
You,
Yeah, I
you
don't
look
think it
forward to
would.
watching Messi play. Like when he was
Yeah.
playing last night, like, oh,
You'd
Messi
be,
plays.
yeah.
you'd be upset.
Yeah.
You'd be upset they're gone, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true.
Which is, I've literally just found it and
And
put it
because
out
of
there.
the world stars they are, when
don't
they
believe
go,
in it.
it'll make football less exciting. Because I feel like not less people watch it, but less people will be as intrigued.
Less interested.
Because you
For
think
a
about the
couple of years
fans,
anyway.
you think about the fans like overseas and stuff that don't watch every game. They don't watch football unless Messi or Ronaldo's playing.
A lot of people are
Yeah.
just Messi and Ronaldo fans, not football fans. If you know
You
what I
look
mean.
at
Exactly, like they'd follow the career. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You
yeah.
support Real Madrid while Ronaldo's there, and then you
The
go to Juve
Juventus
and you come back to
and- yeah.
United. So
Mhm.
Yeah, you look at
How
the-
long do you reckon both of them are still going to go for?
Ronaldo's got another 3 years.
Yeah,
Messi. another
How
two,
many will he
three.
spend at
Messi's
Sporting?
got, I think Messi got the exact same.
I think Messi
three.
retired first, definitely.
I think they'll retire the same year. You know.
Do you
Do you
reckon
think
they'll both
just
go?
shake
So
hands?
obviously,
Yeah.
The
it's
testimonial. Oh,
Yeah.
so, oh,
almost heavily rumored Ronaldo will go to Sporting at some point.
Do you think?
No, I
I
think
think
he'll
he
go play.
will.
He'll go play in America. I think.
No, yeah, you got
He'll get a massive deal with that.
I think-
Can you imagine how much you get paid going to
Oh my
America?
God.
Can you imagine how much money you'd make
go
them
America. You know, I think Messi would go China, Qatar.
No,
If it was
he'll go
2
to any
years
of them,
ago,
I don't think.
yeah.
I think he'll retire at a big club.
True, yeah. I think if he was to leave PSG, he'd go there. But
I think Ronaldo will.
He won't retire at PSG.
I don't
though.
think he'll retire. No, he won't retire. I
If-
think he'll go back to Barca and retire.
If United
same.
don't make Champions
year.
League this season, will he go in the summer?
no,
Do you not reckon?
What? Who? Messi?
no,
No,
Ronaldo.
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 Oh, right.
No,
so-
Ronaldo will stay.
Yeah,
Even
Ronaldo-
if you
yeah.
made a big marquee striker signing, do you reckon?
Yeah, but
No, we
you
still
won't.
will make a big marquee
Yeah.
striker
Do
you
signing,
think?
and he'll still Oh, we have to
What,
replace
he's
Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know,
Still
I know you
say.
do, but I don't know if
Who?
you actually will.
But I don't think.
I mean,
What? So
check
Ronaldo
out
will
my
have to
TikTok on me
spend.
video.
Ronaldo will have to spend 35 game weeks on the bench.
But will he?
Nah, he won't spend 35 game weeks in the bench. He'd be Mr. Champions League. He'd play all the Champions League games. He'd probably play all the
I don't
FA
think
Cup.
he'd be happy with
I
that.
don't
though.
think he wants to.
No, he will play
He
Premier
wants to
League games.
prove
He will
how
play
much
Premier
longevity
League
he's got in the game. I don't
Realistically,
think
the striker
he'd
we're
be
going to bring
satisfied.
in, the striker we're going to bring in is going to probably be under the age of 24
It
or
has to be.
25.
It has to be. Yeah.
So
it has to be.
Ronaldo and him he will obviously take a serious amount of time to get used to the Premier League as well. So Ronaldo will play then games when he's getting used to it, or Ronaldo will come off the bench. But I don't know. I think
No
Ralph
goal.
Ragnick's just gonna sit down and go, here, look,
You are
you're
old,
not,
mate.
you're 30. You're
It's what I'm saying. I don't think
Turn
he'd be happy
30
being a bit
this year.
part, would he? He don't want to be that.
No,
He wants to prove to everyone
Main
that's doubting
character.
him that he could play for as long as he wants.
Lam-
Main
Lambo,
character vibe, isn't it?
Look at Ibrahimovic. He still played at week in week out for
Somehow.
AC Milan. Yeah, somehow. But he never needed pace, right? Did he? So
I'm saying the question you asked me is, do you think Ronaldo will leave? No, but he may well, but I don't think he will. No, I think he could play. I think he has the ability, and he could easily play week in week out. But
But the statement, no ball.
no ball. Yeah.
yeah, what
yeah,
you're saying,
100%.
Not
no
more
ball, yeah.
exciting because
No,
the
right.
players that are
I
going to
just-
take their reins are still playing now anyway.
And the
Yeah.
players that take their reins aren't as good.
No,
So
I agree.
it makes
It's
football
down a
less-
level,
yeah.
but you're still going
It's
to
not, a
have that
massive,
debate.
it's not a massive drop though. Like it's a drop, but it's not like oh my god.
Well, we
we're
still
going
yet
for
to see
Messi
how
now.
good they get, aren't
Like
we?
Foden's
Look
got
at
a couple
got a
of
lot of talent ahead
Haaland's
of him,
scoring
yeah.
record already. It's
And
ridiculous.
Mbappe
Mbappe
last
last
night.
night. Oh,
Oh, he was
what
immense.
a
That goal was. He was even the whole game. He was brilliant. He was man of the match.
Yes, he was in every
Him and
single
Verratti
thing
were
that
ace for me.
PSG.
He's
every
I think
single
he's
thing.
quite underrated, Mbappe.
Oh, yeah, he
he's
had
quite
Carl
disrespected
Haaland.
with
Yeah,
Haaland.
people
next to
did.
him.
I agree, but I still think Haaland's better.
People
Same.
I tell you what, people
Same.
just disrespect PSG players because they
Just
play
'cause
in the
they play.
Farmers League.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah,
I
okay.
hate that so
Not
much.
just because
It's
we all have PSG on either. You know, we just. I don't know. I'm not kissing the badge.
Kiss the bloody
I'm not kissing the
badge.
badge. But I think it's unfair to go against PSG players just because they don't play in the best league.
I agree.
You know, sometimes we don't do brilliant in the Champions League, but you look at yesterday against Real. Real just sat and played for a point, which is totally
That's why the
normal.
away goal run needs to come back.
I agree. It's in their right to. because
When
of
it first
is
went,
now.
I was like, "That's a good thing." Then I realised
It's a bad thing.
It's a bad
because
thing.
there's someone
No
put on Twitter.
incentive.
There's no onus on a club to want to go and score away now. Because what's the point?
yeah,
If they could have sat on a 0-0, they'd have probably beat them 3-0 at home.
probably, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Benzema got about 7 touches.
yeah. He was anonymous.
But anyway, for the statement,
Yeah, no ball.
ball for me.
Yeah, no ball.
Got any others?
You had one in the you put in the chat yesterday. A picture of Alan St. Maximin on it.
Oh, that is probably the worst opinion I've ever seen. I don't believe this.
What
Just
was
before Newcastle United will win a Premier League before Manchester United.
Whoever put that on Twitter banned.
Yeah, I just saw it on Instagram. I think it was like one of them Hub Football, something like that. Hub Football UK.
One of them ones that love attention, so put on.
I
stupid
saw it
things.
and I went, "What on earth are you on about?" We won't win the Premier League for about 10 years.
Thank you.
Because, like, yes, we're going to obviously make some big signings, but
And I'm
it's
glad
a
you
massive
appreciate
project.
that as well.
Yeah,
So a lot of
I
Newcastle-
respect
a lot of
that
Newcastle
so
think
much.
you're going to win it in 2 years.
No
Yeah,
way.
you want-
I
I
think
think a challenge
there'll
for
be
five.
you'll have fans
The
that will
gap,
think that
the
way.
gap between us and the top 8 right now is massive.
I don't think you'll challenge for 5.
No.
I
think-
honestly, it
we might-
will be a project.
And we might
or-
have like one season where we get Europa League, and we're like, "Oh, this is fun." Then we'll probably get knocked out in like quarterfinals, then not get Europa League again.
Yeah,
But I don't think we'll win the Prem for a long, long time, and I'm all right with that.
I agree.
So that is the biggest snowball ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Manchester United are going to win the league for a very, very long time.
But you win it before us.
It's hard to dismantle City, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with the recruitment City have. Like when
Yeah.
people
Let's
always
just
go,
sign
oh, when
all the
Pep
time."
goes, but when Pep goes, they will replace him with the best
I don't think
manager
Pep's going to
possible.
go, you know. I don't think he'll go. I think he loves it there. He's
Yeah,
found his home, I think,
I
hasn't
think
he?
he wins the Champions League. He'll,
You don't think he wins the Champions League? for City?
no, when he wins the
You
Champions
think
League.
he'd leave?
I think.
Where would he go?
I think. I don't
Well,
know,
he said he wants a
PSG.
break from football at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he
I
did
know,
say
I
that.
know,
I
I
think
know,
he'd go.
I know.
I think he'd go PSG and go. I'm going to do 4 leagues, or he'd go Juventus or Inter Milan or something like that. I don't know.
I just think-
I'm spitballing here, but
No, I know what you mean.
Like
But I
to
just
be
feel like
into.
it's. I know it's different because we don't watch the leagues as much as we do in the Prem. But I just feel like in the Prem, I just feel like he loves the Prem. I feel like he's found it.
maybe yeah. But
I don't know what
I never thought he'd
the
leave
fuck was going
Barcelona
on.
when he left Barcelona.
Oh no, I did.
And then when he left, I don't know, because came through, played there, Barcelona B, Barcelona.
Yeah, but you
first
can
team.
get that though because you need to fly the nest if you want to really show
And then
yourself.
when he went to
in
Bayern
house.
Munich, I never thought he'd leave there until he won the Champions League and he left for City. So I think when he wins the Champions League at City, he probably takes a big break from
That's the
football.
thing
I
he
think
wants.
he'll leave.
If he's going to leave, he's going to be for a big club, and there isn't. I can't really see him at another big club. It's kind of weird. Like you can't see
I could see him
him.
at PSG. I could see him at
Could you?
PSG.
I don't think that would
I
interest
can't
him.
see him.
It
No,
would
I don't-
interest
no,
him.
I
But,
don't-
oh.
Poch will be gone if they don't win the Champions League
Yeah,
this
but
year.
I tell you what, I wouldn't
PSG.
write this. I wouldn't write this off. Pochettino getting sacked from PSG, City winning the Champions League, and Pep. I don't think it'll happen in my
Doing a
opinion.
swap deal.
Yeah, and
Well,
Pep
but
going.
Pochettino goes to
No, not the swap
No,
deal.
no,
gonna
not
say-
support.
But if Pep wins the Champions League with City, he goes to PSG in the summer. I don't think that'll happen. Personally, I wouldn't put a bet on it, but I wouldn't count it out. I wouldn't count out
I
Pep
get where
going
you're
to
coming
PSG.
from, but I just
I
don't know why.
can't see it.
Messi,
I just can't see
Mbappe,
him
Neymar.
PSG.
He probably.
Well, they won't all be there.
Huh?
They won't all be there.
Mbappe still
Messi
came
and
out.
Neymar. If it goes this summer, Messi and Neymar will be there, and Mbappe probably won't be there. But
I don't think he'll go this summer. And I don't think he'll go until next
but
summer.
that's
now.
what I was saying.
But next summer he won't have Mbappe or Messi because I think Messi will go back to Barca after 2 years at PSG because you can
I
go
think I
because you can
think
go
he will.
back on a whole new salary. The only reason he couldn't stay at Barca is because
They couldn't. He couldn't. There's like the rule for the
you can't
wage drop,
go.
isn't there?
Yeah,
Like
but what they can do
40%.
now is you can just go and have like what Adama did with his contract.
Well, Danny Alves, he's not playing for like a fiver or something like that.
Something stupid like that. Yeah.
New contracts, you can have what you want. You just can't.
Messi-
You can't decrease by over half, can you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Messi would definitely
Messi will-
probably play for free
Messi will
for like
go.
1 year.
Oh, he definitely play for free.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got
of
enough
course.
money.
Yeah, he don't need to play for anyone. he
No,
wants.
but yeah. Anyway, so no ball on
No
the
ball.
Newcastle
Oh,
Man United.
no
one.
ball.
No
No
ball.
ball on the
No
Newcastle
ball.
Man United. When do we think Manchester United and Newcastle are going to win the league?
15 years.
15
Hope not.
years. I think I want to win in 15
No,
years.
I'm joking.
Well, a couple
it's
times,
really
15
hard
years.
because when City got money, they weren't bad for as long as not bad.
They
you know
didn't
what I
have
mean?
a horrendous team. When they got taken over, they were like 8th or something like that, I think. So they weren't like in a dire state like we were. We were
Yeah.
19th when we got taken
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
No, but still, I still think Man City's transition to what they were to being good was
Didn't-
relatively quick in terms of clubs that get money.
They won
If
a League Cup within 2-3 years.
When a club gets
The
money, I don't
league-
think anyone will do.
The league wasn't as competitive as it is now.
No,
the
I-
league was just
Their
Manchester
academy
United.
now as well.
Yeah, the league was
something-
just Manchester United at that point.
Like, you just can't see.
No,
what
that's,
Chelsea
yeah,
as
that
well,
adds to my
Chelsea
point. I
as
don't
well.
think any club will be able to do it as quick as City did it. That's
No.
the point. So I don't think
No,
I think
no,
3
it's
years is
impossible.
just the stupidest thing I've ever.
No,
heard.
I don't think they'll
5
even
daft.
challenge for five. I think it'll take them 5 to even challenge.
It'll be
I
like
mean,
top 8,
challenge is
but-
top 6.
Challenge is top.
You've got, the
three
thing is,
at
the
the
thing is with
moment.
Newcastle, you've got to start getting Champions League regularly to attract a team good enough to win the league.
Yeah.
Well,
Because you can't next season go, oh, we've got 500 million to spend. Let's sign a good player because
I wouldn't
they
say
don't
that
go.
because Guimaraes literally played Champions League football and he went from that to a relegation
Yeah,
dogfight.
but
So did
no,
Kieran
but
Trippier.
what I'm saying is, you're not if you sign players that have played. Well, it's like Sporting playing the Champions League. You can't go and sign 11 Sporting players because they're playing the Champions League and then win it.
Yeah, but we got from Atletico
No, but listen,
Madrid.
no. But listen, you're not listening to the point I'm making. What the point I'm making is to win the Champions League, you've got to sign the best players.
Yeah, I get that.
You look
yeah.
at the 11, it's got to be the best. Just because they've played in the Champions League doesn't mean they're going to win you it instantly.
But we can attract big players.
No, you can't attract big players, but not the big Champions League winning players.
No, but we
Yeah,
can.
that's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
You're not going to win it with players that are good. Of course, he's
No.
very good. Is he world class? No, but what I mean is you need a full 11 world class players to win the Champions League. No.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you like to comment on that, lads?
I agree with what you're
Would you
saying.
agree? Yeah.
But then I also
We
agree
won
with
the
what
league
you're
with-
saying.
Money talks.
Don't bring it
Money
in
does
Leicester winning.
put.
It's coming.
That's
Don't worry, it's
I tell you
coming.
what, Leicester winning the league is all about structure, not players.
Yeah,
That's
we
all
won
about
it with
how
Robert Hoof.
That's
at the
about
back.
shape. Yeah, that's about shape.
I agree. I think
We also only had one long-term injury in the whole season.
Yeah.
No, but going to Newcastle, I think the Bruno Guimaraes signing is absolutely mad.
Oh, 100%.
I think that's a real statement from Newcastle getting that.
Because Arsenal and United were very linked to them. I know you're literally linked with every holding midfield in the country
Yeah.
and the world.
So
So
Well,
Chicago
I mean,
was signing him.
apparently we had Julian Alvarez and Boubacar Kamara on the door, but the board said no, and that's
Why
apparently
would they
that's a
say
fact.
no? I don't
I have
Conspiracy
no
theory.
idea. I have no idea.
makes no sense to me.
It's just I think it's like Ralph Ragnick being like, oh, we want to wait for a new manager. Come in, but if Ralph Ragnick's a consultant, sure he's gonna have some sort of idea who the next manager is and who to sign. You know, if he's going upstairs, I
think
can
that's
understand. If he's
clueless.
I can understand if he's just an interim and then leaving. I could be like, yeah, he's not going to sign anyone. But just if he's going upstairs afterwards, I will put full faith in him going out and getting someone. But that's life. Life as a Manchester United fan. Any ball or no balls? Sure,
I don't have any more.
No,
Do one more and then move on.
Do you have one more?
I'm
No,
tapped
shall
out.
we? If anyone's got
If
any?
anyone's got one.
I'm tapped. I don't have any more.
I
No.
wonder if the chat of anymore. Ethan put one in earlier.
What did he say?
Klesi Iheanacho is the best African footballer. No, we just found that in because
That's a joke.
Ethan's an hardcore, so he loved that one.
We love you,
Lovely
Ethan.
Ethan.
We
Love
do
you.
love you.
Thanks
Ethan.
for the support
Yeah, thanks, Ethan.
Yeah.
and the
Ultra.
message on Twitter.
And clean
Did appreciate it.
Getting them out sharpish.
Iheanacho, the best African footballer.
Ball.
Ball.
Name me one better player.
Yeah.
You can't.
Salomon Kalou.
Patson
Oh, right, okay.
Salomon Kalou.
Kalou. I haven't got Kalou.
Salomon Kalou.
He got
Get
a
a
few
clue.
stars on FIFA.
William Truster Kong. Definitely.
What a blow.
Stephen Pienaar.
Oh, what a
Did
blow.
you see a Kong ducking the ball over the top and he ducked the header?
Oh, yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
I was
against
there.
Leicester.
Were you there? It was against
Yeah.
Leicester, yeah. And Ben Foster going mad at him.
Truster Kong paid off. Ball or no ball?
It was, no, it was back.
Conspiracy.
It wasn't. It was Backman in goal. Foster was injured.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
I
was
got
it?
so
Oh.
excited to go watch that man in real life, and he
I
wasn't
got to see him
even
in real life, and he was
I thought it was
crap.
Foster. From the video I saw, I thought it was Foster, but there's my negative
Anyway.
watch.
there. Predictions.
Yes, we'll do some Premier League predictions.
Hit me.
So this is.
We're doing this in a while. in
These
advance.
games take place in
Yeah.
a week and 3 days.
So we have no idea what actually happened at the weekend, so don't say
Yeah, you'll be up to date. We just
I
won't.
can't
Yeah.
believe Patson Daka scored 6 goals at the weekend.
He didn't, mate.
No, he didn't, Mason. We just said that.
I
Mason,
can't
can you keep
believe
up with
it.
us?
Keep
Mason,
up,
come on.
We can't talk about the results that we got. Actually, seeing we're doing predictions, we'll talk about the results we got right from last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do last night.
Right. Okay. So
The 2.
The two, yeah.
the three.
Three, you
The
fool.
three.
Did we do Man U
We didn't do
Brighton?
United.
Yes, we
right?
did.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't.
No, we
Did we do it?
We didn't.
Thought so.
We didn't do it passing, did we?
Well,
It's a shame
my-
because you actually won a game for
Yeah.
once.
I
That's
know,
true.
unbelievable. We were
That's
awful the
true.
first half as well. Brighton played really well.
Yeah.
And
But
Lewis
then,
Dunk.
Yeah. Never,
Bruno-
never a red card, just like to say. Never. a red
Bruno,
card.
Oh, yeah,
Bruno was,
it is.
yeah, it was lucky.
I hate Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes is brilliant last night.
Hate him.
Very good.
Hate him.
Right.
I like captain him.
So
RPL,
PSG versus
alright.
Real Madrid. Legs. You said 1-0 Real Madrid.
Did I?
Yeah, and it was 1-0 PSG.
I know.
I back PSG.
We'll get to that. Don't
So
worry.
did I, think.
I said 2-1 Real Madrid.
I was the only one that did.
Mason said 2-1 PSG, and Thomas said 1-1.
I just fancied Real, and I still would have. They defended for so
But you're
long.
off
They,
the
had,
podcast.
they,
Don't
they,
do
got
that
all,
ever
they
again.
come up on a chance and did nothing with it. So.
Sure, they're not sore.
No one else saw that. I'm so happy that
I know you were.
when this gets millions of views on YouTube.
I knew you were having a
which it
little
will.
kiss and a cuddle over there. I just don't want to
No, he just went.
What do you do?
The
I'm
one,
not doing
the
it
one
again.
man without any PSG
Yeah.
on his body.
Celebration.
Yes, don't you have to stop as well?
No, I've got the first Jordan one that came
Jordan
out.
Fools.
All Jordan ones. Kind of missed to predict, man. What we're saying.
So Mason got a point.
And that's a tune.
I'll tell you that.
Lisbon
Yeah.
versus Man City.
We all got a point.
Yeah, we all.
I was the closest. Do I get an extra point?
No,
No,
shut
We'll
up.
have a try.
Shut your face, man.
I'm winning now, though,
Stop,
am I?
stop opening your mouth, mate.
Am I ahead?
Yes, you're ahead, obviously. I'm Captain Obvious.
Are we just patting the Bournemouth badge?
Yeah.
Is Bournemouth your team? Is it?
Nah.
Who's your team?
Nah.
Leicester City.
Boreham Wood. Do you see the limbs in there away?
the boys.
Oh,
See the
terrible,
limbs in
yeah.
the Boreham Wood end?
Who were Leicester by? Michael's better than for his dad.
Right, let's move on.
Hold
Right.
on, no.
No,
On the
what we
tw-
holding
on the-
on?
no, Mason. Straight my time.
I'm not playing
His
anymore.
poor mother's gonna watch this. I think it's
Sorry.
bullied by an immigrant. I call myself an immigrant there, by the way.
Yeah, just to cover it up. Wasn't
No,
me.
but if anyone watching this right now, if you go to the Twitter and you comment a video of yourself doing your best Mason impression,
we'll play him through a mic. I can do quite a good one, so you can hear that at some
Give us
point.
sneak peeks.
This is going to be so good when
I
this
don't-
part of the pod suddenly goes missing when it gets released next Wednesday.
Yeah, Mason edits for podcasts, which
no,
is like to just like to put that out.
Nathan.
Nathan,
Right, shall we move
I love
on?
Leicester City. I do, lad. Honestly,
Chelsea versus Lille next
Chelsea
week.
versus Lille next week.
This is just not staying in. This is so
This
gone.
has to stay in.
No, this is
This is
so
so
gone.
gone.
Also,
This
if
is
you
so
can do
gone.
your best impression of Legs, myself, Mason, and Thomas.
If you
and
mind-
Jamie's not difficult, but me and Tom.
We're difficult.
Yeah,
boys.
I'd be impressed if you can do an impression of me or Tom.
yeah, well, he's from Guernsey, he smells of fish.
Well,
so-
he's from Grimsby, he smells of fish, so.
Right, Chelsea versus Lille.
Potatoes.
Right, okay, Chelsea Lille.
Chelsea, Lille, we've done them. They didn't play. Oh no, Chelsea does next week. Sorry.
I love my host.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, right. Chelsea versus Lille. What are we going for?
At Stamford Bridge.
Chelsea 2 and Lille 0.
3-1 Chelsea.
If you want to
I'm gonna
3-1
go-
Chelsea.
I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea. No,
Why are you two?
I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
Why are you two all over each other again?
Why is he doing
Have you
I
two
was
got?
going 3-1 Chelsea again.
Get a
Are they
room.
both
But just
not-
copy each other.
He copied me.
Get
That
a
was not
room.
I was saying
lads.
3-1 Chelsea from the start anyway.
No.
No, you
no,
wasn't.
no,
You
no.
wasn't. You definitely.
Also, he was doing a serious bit of copying yesterday, and
Oh.
if you didn't realise that...
He copied
me-
my entire.
Mason's an heavy
10,
copier, you know.
10.
He copied the entire thing.
Yeah.
Mason's an heavy. He's got
Helen-
no ball on.
Helen
But he's
had-
here because he can
Helen
do
had
it.
a side, if you're watching this, he copied Thomas's entire mental wellness.
Oh man.
I don't know why it was crap, but you know.
Sorry.
Where's the mic?
Right.
United versus Atletico.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good game. 1-1.
No, again.
Hang on a minute,
no.
we've missed Villarreal Juventus,
Oh, who
which
cares?
is on
It
the
doesn't, it
Tuesday.
doesn't matter what order they're in.
1-0 United. I
Oh,
think.
fine. Right.
Wait, are you at home or away?
Juventus, Villarreal then. Who's playing? Who's at home?
Villarreal at home.
Juventus 1-0.
Vlahovic hat trick, 3-0 Juventus.
He's very good.
Oh, don't you
Oh,
dare.
You were not.
Shit.
No person goes 3-1 for that game. No person goes 3-0 for that game.
I was literally. Well, I was going to sit here and go.
Mason,
Oh, wait, listen,
do you wear his
listen,
boxes
listen,
the day after his
listen,
water as well?
listen, listen. I was going to go
Grab.
3-0 Dybala hat trick.
I was going to go 3-0 Dybala hat trick because Dybala's better on the ball than Messi.
So-
Same ability as Messi.
I'll go 4-0 then. 4-0.
Dybala has a better legacy for Argentina than Messi does.
Four.
Sammy.
He's
Four.
Mason spells Messi Medhy. Messi.
Anyway, so we're going to finish the podcast, Matt Mason. So
Just did it with that. Like an
you're
upset
welcome.
dad.
You don't have to hear his voice anymore. I'm so,
Messi.
we can report Mason is now crying in the corner of a studio room.
I'm so sorry to Mason's mother.
Sorry, Anne.
Mason's mother.
This is not.
No, we do love him. He just speaks a little bit funny,
Yeah.
but that's fine. You know,
He's a
Jamie does
laugh.
as well. So it's one of them potatoes.
Right.
Right, what are we going for? 1-0 Juventus?
Coming back?
Come back, sit down. Yes, you can sit back down. Sit back down.
Sit back down. Sit down, Mason.
Right, Juventus versus Villarreal. You went 1-0.
Yeah,
Juventus.
1-0. You.
I'm going to go 2-0 Juventus. Yep.
Can we make Mason predict first so he can't copy Tom?
So you're going
Yeah.
3-0.
No, I'm going 2-0
Your
now.
headset back
I'm
on.
going 2-0 now.
You're going 2-0.
Yeah, I've had to change because
Shamak's back out.
because
Look at his head. Look. Oh, he's changed it.
Mark.
Right, Marwan Shamak has joined the podcast for today. Thank you, Marwan.
Cheers, Maron, mate.
Because
The audio listeners, sorry.
because I unfortunately go last on this, I now have to change because I'll get that much abuse.
Yeah, I think deservedly.
100%.
2-0.
Right, Atletico versus United.
Who's
winning?
1-0 United. Ronaldo.
Who's winning? No one, 1-1.
Good game.
You're going 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 United.
I go 0-0.
Whoa.
He does break Ronaldo, but I think Ronaldo.
breaks him
A low
Stink
block.
the
A
past.
low block versus a team that can't break a low block. What else could happen?
2-0.
You're going 2-0.
Who?
Yeah.
2-0 who? Yeah.
Atletico.
Oh, see, I'd have assumed United, so.
I would assume like Juventus, isn't it?
And you're going
1-1.
1-1.
Juan.
Good game.
Oh,
One
one
sheet.
massive.
So what's the fourth?
One sheet does plenty.
Benfica versus Ajax.
Oh, wow.
Ajax.
Batter them.
Ajax 3-1.
Sebastian Haller, 4 goals.
Sebi
4-0.
Immense.
I'm going for outrageous ones this week. 4-0 Ajax.
I'm going 2-0 Ajax. So what are you going for?
3-1 Ajax for me.
I've seen the record Haller's got in like,
Yeah, it's
for his
crazy.
game, it's like 50 games, 41 goals. It's like so under
You're
the
going
radar.
for
I'm not for it yet.
4-0 Ajax.
2-0 Ajax.
same as me.
Oh, here we go.
Ah.
Oh,
That
here
makes
we
it
go.
always
Horrible,
copying
man.
someone.
Here we
honestly.
go.
We just can't get
Right.
rid of him.
And you're going
Premier
4-0?
League.
4-0, Thomas, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing Europa League. No one cares.
No.
Friday night, Southampton versus Norwich. What game for Friday night football that is?
Southampton 2-0.
I'm going to go 1-0
I
Southampton.
really hate typing these, you know.
It's alright, mate.
Norwich.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Right, what did you say?
2-0 Southampton.
I'm going to go 3-1 Southampton.
I'm going to go 1-0 Southampton.
Mason.
Here we go. Go on.
2-1 Southampton.
No one said that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you said 3-1?
I said
Yeah,
1-0.
that's what I
Oh, 1-0.
thought.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought there, honestly.
As soon as I said it, I knew.
Honestly, that's what information. That's what I
Right.
thought.
Leeds versus Tottenham.
Ooh.
I like that game.
Leeds are going to win, I think.
To them road.
Really? It depends how the City game goes. If Tottenham get absolutely
Yeah.
pummeled, then yeah, they probably will win. But if Tottenham get a surprise result, you don't know. But that's a problem with doing it early. Might just go a draw every single game. Just because I don't know.
Just because you can. I think Leeds will win 2-0.
Wow.
Spurs.
I'm going to go Spurs 2-1.
It's just someone up with Spurs for me.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Mason.
Desi.
2-0 Leeds.
2-0.
Oh, who said that?
I wasn't actually listening.
That's bad.
It's not even headphones on when you hear everyone's voice, but
I was looking at this.
I weren't actually listening. I was just going to cop out of a joke
shut up.
anyway. So yeah.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. You Muppet. Kermit.
what did you say?
What did I say? 2-2.
2-2.
Desi.
Good game.
Good game. 1-1.
Arsenal Liverpool postponed.
What?
Well, we're not going to do a prediction for that, mate. It's not.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be postponed.
PP.
Yeah.
What's that? Is it Carabao Cup final?
I think so, yeah.
Why did we just predict a game to be postponed?
game postponed
I'm reading for a list.
Arsenal game this postponed this weekend to the Arsenal Chelsea one because of the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Brentford Newcastle.
Oh. I back us. 1-0.
Even
Newcastle.
without K-Trips.
Please don't bring it up.
Even
Right.
without K-Trips. Sorry, who was it again? Brentford Newcastle.
Yes.
Who's at home? Brentford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't really mean that, to be fair.
The Brentford Community Stadium, isn't it called?
Yeah.
local community centre.
Whoa, 1-0 Newcastle.
Cheers, mate.
It's alright. I just want to stay friends. That's how we actually think after the episode.
1-0 Brentford.
No, yeah, definitely.
1-1.
1-0 Newcastle.
Thomas, you went 1-0
1-0,
Newcastle. That's the order I do.
Jolinton hat-trick with 1 goal.
Why don't you
1-0.
get shied at?
Because I said it before him.
He did.
Because he doesn't speak like you. That's why he doesn't get shouted.
Right, next game, Brighton versus Villa. But this is hard to do because some team could get some injuries this weekend.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads.
I'll just completely offer up this seat to anyone now. I'm not fighting.
No, genuinely, if you
Honestly,
would like
yeah,
to take
If
Mason's
you'd
place
like,
on the
if you'd
Flawless
like my
podcast,
seat, then
please,
take it.
please.
Because
DM me.
I'm not
But
expected enough.
We have to have a video to hear what you sound like.
Yeah. Or proof of birth, not in Leicester.
You have to be over 18.
Yeah, we have to.
Right, so what's the next game?
Tom Barnes,
And you have to live in Manchester.
we love you.
He'll hate that.
I know he'll hate that. So
I know the podcast just isn't big enough that we can still out people that we.
yeah, we can.
This all stays in.
Brighton versus Villa.
Yeah, legs go.
That's a good game. 1-1.
1-1.
Genuinely, no 1-1. I think genuinely.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
There's
Yeah, 2-2. I was just thinking Mason.
Mason the rule.
Mason.
2-0 Aston Villa.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to go No, I'm not. I'm going to go 2-1 Villa.
Some respectable guesses there, John.
Cheers, lads.
Right.
Palace Burnley.
This is a terrible game week.
It is.
It is awful,
This
isn't
is
it?
so boring.
Palace 1-0.
I'm gonna go Palace.
I do like Palace.
I'm, gonna
I
go,
think
I'm,
Palace
so,
should be
I'm sorry,
sides.
I'm going
I
Palace.
like Palace.
I'm going Palace.
It's alright, mate.
They're not going to score a lot of goals, but I can't. I just don't give Burnley a chance.
Burnley.
Yeah, they're gone.
Burnley 2-1.
You're an idiot.
Fake horse.
I'm going
Burnley
to go
2-1.
Take horse.
Yeah.
2-0
go.
Palace.
Yeah.
Man United Watford.
Oh my god, it doesn't get
It
any
was
better, does it?
4-1 the last time. they
Watford.
No,
Watford 15.
United 6.
United 25. No. Man United
Right,
will
my
win.
predictions, because you said 15-25.
No, United will win 2-1.
It's at home, wasn't it?
Yeah, you.
Josh, fancy Josh King to score. For obvious
Against
reasons.
Fulham.
I'm going to
Fulham,
go... I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to copy you 2 times, but I'm going to go 2-1.
Ah, you Mason in disguise.
Oh, you
Mason in
Why is he going before me now? What's happened?
No, it's just always the way.
2-0.
You just say your prediction first.
Because I'm
two-
really greedy.
2-0 Man U.
1-0 Man U.
Don't even.
Definitely 4-0 Watford.
Everton Man City to finish off the Saturday.
Do you want my? I'm going to give you. I'll be genuine. I don't think we'll get battered. I think we'll definitely lose. Of course.
Are you at home?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
2-0. So that's a different. Yeah, but it's City.
It doesn't really mean a lot, but it means something.
Yeah,
I'm going 2-0 City.
yeah, 2-0 City. I think.
Copying me, no?
No, I was about to say that, and then you started
Go on,
going
Mace.
off.
Yes, one.
What's he doing with this?
4-1 City.
That's sorry.
4-1.
But you know, I stay.
4-1 Manchester City. Sorry, legs.
Shut up, Mason.
I'm going to go 1-0 City.
Okay.
Respectable.
Chelsea Leicester also postponed.
Lol.
Good
I'd
weekend
have gone
off.
Chelsea 25 now.
Just
So
for...
don't worry. West Ham Wolves, the only good game of the game week.
What?
Wolves.
How's that the only good game?
Yeah,
West
shut
Ham
up,
Wolves.
Mason.
What
You're
else
ball
is-
knowledge,
How is West Ham
Mason.
Wolves a good game?
West Ham Wolves, good game.
Dogger.
West Ham Wolves is a very good game.
It is a good game, but it's not. You're acting as if that's like
That's
a
the
Champions
game.
League final.
I tell you what, apart from Everton Man City, it's one of the best games.
It is the best
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's what I was
Probably
going
is,
to say. But it's not
Probably the
the
It's not been the
best
best game of the game week, surely.
Wolves would, I think, for me 2-1.
Oh, yeah, something so outrageous.
I like Wolves a lot.
3-3.
Nah, Wolves don't concede that many goals. No,
Wolves
Wolves have
scored that many
conceded
goals,
17 goals.
Wolves are
something
very
like that.
good.
3-3.
defensively. Jose Sarr is a very good goalkeeper.
He is, but it's going to be 3-3.
I'm going to go...
3 absolute belters.
You said good game, I'm going to go 0-0.
Oh.
Heard it here first.
I think will be. I consider being goals.
You went with 0-0, didn't you?
Yeah.
You can't go. It's gonna be. This is gonna be the
Mate,
best
you're
game of the game week.
so
We're gonna
dull.
clip this. The best game of the game week. 0-0. Like,
In terms of teams, but I think they were just contradict
on
each
paper,
other.
it's the best team. Then it's the
Yeah.
best game, but you think it's gonna be an absolute stinker.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Thomas, you've gone.
3-3.
Why are
you
2
laughing?
nils and a 3-3.
that's it, isn't it?
Wolves won't concede 3 goals.
Come back to me when they do.
Okay. That's fine. We'll see in 2 weeks.
That's
it.
Fighting
That's
cock.
it. That's it. That is
Me,
it.
you outside now, Thomas. Me, you outside now.
That is it.
You call that a knife?
Right. I think that's it. Premier League predictions.
Nice one.
All sort of. Obviously, we would.
Oh wait,
Talk.
there is. If we're going by an FPL game week, there is another game.
No.
No.
Yeah.
don't.
What is it?
We do play Burnley on the Tuesday.
I don't
That's
care.
the
That's
only
too
game.
far
Let's
away.
do it. That's-
If you still
so
play
far away.
FPL, you have no life.
Yeah, yeah. fair. Whoa.
Predicted.
Well, no, because
we haven't got-
we have to re-record anyway, so there's no point.
Good shout. Good
Yeah, I
shout,
don't.
good shout.
We'll
Yeah,
leave it for
we'll
the
leave
next.
it.
Yeah,
we can put it in the next one if we really
Nah,
wanted to.
see that midweek games like the one single midweek game.
Yeah,
Tuesday, that
there's
gets
no
scrapped. We're not
point.
gonna do them. We're not gonna do
It's
them.
always terrible anyway.
Yeah. Right. I think that's us.
Yeah.
That is
We've
us.
done our predictions. Usually, we'd obviously talk about the predictions from the week before, but there was no predictions to talk about.
Big
It's
away
sorry.
day.
No Premier League.
Yeah,
Big away day to
big away
Newcastle
day next
for you
week
too.
for
Come on, you use Yippee.
me and McKeague. Yeah.
Right. All our football conspiracies done. If you have any football conspiracies that we haven't talked about, give us a link on Twitter if you want to send us the whole website, or comment it down below on the YouTube video. There's a poll now on the Spotify as well.
Did it work?
It didn't work, but the ball or no ball thing did. But the poll wouldn't let me click Rooney for best striker in Premier League history.
I couldn't even see it, to be fair.
We don't talk about American football, by the way. Either.
Oh no!
No,
yeah.
no, I've changed it. It's changed.
Okay, man.
Thank heavens for that.
Thank the Lord.
Pick up the Rams.
Big up the Rams, man. Yeah, we don't talk about that either. 'Cause
No.
who cares, really?
Yeah, no one cares.
Unless you're Ethan Ball, who cares?
Did you know that Sunderland versus Portsmouth in the Jagger Trade Trophy got more fans than the
Yes.
Super
That
Bowl
is so
final of this year?
embarrassing.
That is
That's
bad.
Yeah,
awful.
you have to
Two
pay like
League One
£7
teams.
grand a ticket for the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
well, I can understand why they didn't sell out then, but that is absolutely disgraceful.
Also, for 70,000, I thought it would be way more than that. I thought it'd be like 100,000.
Yeah,
How big
yeah, the way they all
stadium is.
gob off about it, you'd think they had the whole planet sat watching it.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what
but
I mean?
the,
about it.
Yeah, they just
the
gob
sta-
off.
The stadium is massive, like it's so tall and big, and it's honestly like a skyscraper.
Shall I see what the capacity was for that?
But what they do
stadium?
is for celebrities, they
sold
give them like
out.
25 million seats so they can all sit and have an Instagram story and that. Like
Literally.
Drake sat in a box
Literally.
of like 40 seats.
Yeah, Drake and LeBron James have to be together so they can put it on Instagram and get loads of likes.
Yeah, attention seekers. You don't see like you see like Lee Carsey and Tommy Gravison sat at a Sunderland game having a
So
pint.
it's,
Lee
its
Caramel doesn't
official
have his own box.
capacity. Its official capacity 70k.
It is 70k.
So it did sell out,
Well, it's always going to sell.
It
out.
always sells out.
but still, you know, it didn't have an 85.
But we looked at it in the week, and if you even count television viewers, it gets nowhere near.
Oh, it's nowhere near.
Yeah.
No.
And that's what I mean, though. They all make a song and a dance about it for a whole
Like, it's the best,
7
yeah.
trillion hours a week. And then,
Yeah.
At least 7 trillion hours a week as well. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But I think that's where we're going to leave it. If
Yeah.
you've any ball or no balls, please leave them in to be featured on next week's podcast and our 2 weeks times podcast.
I'm going to start.
But 1 week for you.
I'm starting to go
Yeah.
fund me for myself as well.
One
yeah.
week for you.
If you want to replace Mason, genuinely
Yeah.
do send
Drop
us
a
something.
CV.
Any of us personally, or you know, the socials, and we'll get on it.
Pro
They need
waffler.
another editor as well. Then make sure you have editing skills.
Yeah.
Jamie can do that as a TikTok MCK Sports.
Follow me.
Follow MCK
And
Sports.
follow
Put it there.
Follow no. We're not gonna have no MTK Sports isn't gonna be here.
It's going to be
The
repel
four-
kits, isn't it?
He's going to MCK to advertise.
Jamie's sponsored by a kit company that doesn't send the kits out. So
It does send the kids out. The TikTok link is going to be here for 5 seconds, and then the
Subscribe.
Twitter link is going to the Twitter ad is
and
going
we're
to
going to have a
here.
massive explosion on Mason's face. as
Subscribe
well.
here.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. But
Yeah,
it's fine.
can't do that.
He
Right.
did leave a clap in at the start as well, so you know.
Sorry about that one. It's gone to the bin. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Cheers.